Hey everybody. Uh Haddonfield Slasher. Yeah, I'm hosting the stream this evening. I got no one here with me yet. But hopefully some people will show up. I know Phil said he was gonna come. Um but yeah, until then, till things get cooking, maybe I'll just do like oh hey Casey, how you doing, man? I guess I might just do like a little haul video here, show you what I picked up this week, or some of it at least. Uh, hey Brad, how you doing, man? Yeah, so I got like Dave Maggot had called me or messaged me saying that he was looking to raise a little money for his next film that he's going to be working on soon, and that he was looking to sell some of his collection. So I bought some stuff from him, and I'll show you what I got. First up, I bought a bunch of like Scream Factory stuff that I keep meaning to pick up, but haven't picked up yet. So first up, we got Tales from the Dark Side. Love this horror anthology. Just a fucking classic, man. I love horror anthologies in general, but this one was particularly good and very nostalgic watch for me. I have not watched the new Scream Factory transfer or whatever, or watched any of these special features. I just have the old school DVD for that one. I picked up Dolls, another Scream Factory collector's edition. And I actually have never seen this movie. Heard a lot of good stuff about it. I know it's supposed to be very cool. So this will be a first time watch for me. Directed by Toby Hooper, right? I think. Stuart Gordon. Sorry, not Toby Hooper. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, this is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the Arrow release. I only had this in steelbook form, so I picked up this Arrow release. It's got a cool slipcover. Look at that. I love when things are like matte and glossy. I like that contrast. So that is very cool. Of course, the classic. Hey, Sharney. The classic Event Horizon collector's edition. Hadn't picked this one up yet. Hey Dan, how you doing, man? So I was glad to pick that one up. That's a great movie. Definitely watch that at some point this month. Versus, I've never seen this, but Evil Stevel had recommended this to me like a year ago or something. And it wasn't streaming anywhere, and so I picked up this Arrow release from Dave Maggot. Very cool. Blood Rage. Picked this one up. I had the Arrow release of Blood Rage, but this is like the limited edition 3-disc set, and I didn't have it, so I picked it up. Yeah. Serial Mom Collector's Edition Scream Factory. I have not watched this movie in a very long ass time. What the hell, man? Someone's calling. Hold on. You ready? Hello?
Yeah, hi. Pizza outside?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Pizza here quick, y'all. I'll go down and grab it in a second. Oh, yeah, Serial Mom. One of the only John Waters movies I actually like. So I'm looking forward to rewatching that because I don't think I've seen it since, I don't know, like 20 years or something. Urban Legend Collector's Edition. Been a while since I've seen this. I've been meaning to pick it up and hadn't. This is one, the editor, sort of like my understanding is it's sort of like a horror comedy that is an homage to Giallo films. It's a Canadian movie, as I understand it. And it's kind of a weird one. Hey, Seth, how you doing, man? And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one. I've heard some stuff about it, and I have not seen it. Ninja 3, The Domination Scream Factory Collector's Edition. This movie is just, batshit crazy. It's a super fun time. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, man? It's a super fun time. I had not seen this since the 80s when I saw the Wacky World Lounge. I believe it was Wacky World Lounge did a R. Sterling Gray had done a review of this one. And I rewatched it, and it's just so much fun, man. It's just a ridiculous ninja possession movie. It's great. Highly recommend checking that one out. Alone in the Dark Collector's Edition. This one just came out, and it's one I have never seen, so I'm looking forward to watching this one this month. Collector's Edition Scream Factory, Alone in the Dark. And then I got the Ringu Arrow Steelbook, Japanese ring movie. And this is one I kind of meant to pick up a while ago. Looks like it's got the poster. And just hadn't done it. I believe it's a Region B only one. And of course, the Burning Arrow Steelbook. There you go. Great slasher. Another one. This one I believe is out of print. Goes for some decent okay money. So I understand it. But what a cool looking steelbook, right? For a cool ass movie. And then lastly from Dave Maggot, I picked up the Assault on Precinct 13 Scream Factory Steelbook. I did have this, but I didn't have the Scream Factory Steelbook, and I have almost all of them, so I figured I'd pick it up. Hey, Ben Grimm, how you doing? So Brad is asking where the pizza's from tonight. Pizza is from a place called Mountain Mike's, and it's a place that I don't know. I don't think it's a national chain, but it is a chain up in Northern California, and I have not had it since the 90s, back in Sacramento, which is my hometown. So I figured I'd order it from there, and it would be a nostalgic eat for me. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hate to do it because there's no one else here, but I'm going to run downstairs and grab it real quick. I will be right back. I apologize to everyone. I apologize. It's going to be dead air for a second, but I will be back momentarily. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Man, just had 11 of you guys just sitting around. I do apologize, but I had to pick up the pizza. And hold on, let me turn on some lights here. turn on, fuckers. Anyway, in the interest of not having a bunch of just dead airtime, my lights are not working currently, so I'll turn that one on. All right, here is the pizza. Yeah. So anyway, I picked all that stuff up from Dave Maggot. Looking forward to seeing what he does with the new movie. Wow, what's up? Crypt 6 in the house. What's up, dude? I've been having a good October. How's your guys' October going so far? Been watching good stuff? I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2 last night. Is that what I watched last night? I think that's what I watched last night. All the days blend into one another and whatnot. But then I also watched the first episode of the new season of Creepshow, which I had been sort of looking forward to checking out. There we go. So I did that. It was pretty good, I thought. Have you guys been watching that on Shudder? What have you guys been watching this month? Is everyone having a great spooky season so far? Let me show you what else arrived. This is not from Dave Maggot, but I got The Wind, which is Demons of the Prairie. I've never seen this, but it is for the stream that I do with the Night Watch Zone and Have Cheetah Will View, Patrick, where we discuss an IFC Midnight movie every month. And this was Night selection, so I'm really curious about it. Indie horror at its best, and it's a sort of like a Western horror, which I love the mashing up of those genres in movies like Bone Tomahawk and The Burrowers. So I am really looking forward to checking that one out. And this is probably what I'm going to watch tonight. This is the Invisible Man, Everything Blue 4K Steelbook set, number 260. Is that 267 out of 850. So I like this, and I am looking forward to rewatching it. I don't think I watched it since it's come out, but I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty good. I remember Dave Maggot had done like a rant video on how much he hated it. But I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I know it was successful, and I hope that they continue to sort of I don't know. I know there've been sort of a lot of swings and misses with the dark Universal Monsters universe or whatever, but I hope that they do some stuff. Hey, look at this. There we go.
Hey, man.
My solo venture here, man.
I felt very sorry for you. I had to come on.
Yeah, man. You just watching me flounder up here all by my lonesome.
Yeah, where's everyone today?
Yeah. Hey, I just showed this. Did you get yours yet?
No. How the fuck did you get that and I haven't got mine?
I don't know. It's a lot closer to you. I got it actually probably 5 days ago.
Mine got shipped Wednesday last. And I think this customs again might have fucked things up for me again. It might have. Did you get tracking with that?
Did I get tracking? I think they do it through their site, sort of.
Right.
And I think what happened was I think there was tracking, but I didn't track it.
All right,
because I know I got it after a lot of other people had already gotten it, but
no, because I don't have tracking on mine, and so I don't know if it actually came here and it's gone again. I really don't know. So I'm starting to get worried about this package now as well. Wow.
Those Irish customs, man, what the hell?
Oh man, I tell you, it's absolutely fucking killing me at the moment. Killing me. It is. No matter what we do, we just seem to be getting screwed by this customs.
All right. I'm just looking back through the chat here real quick. Cryptic says he watched Dead Alive today. Now, I think that's got a different name over in Europe.
Is that what's called?
Dead Alive. Or it's called like Brain Dead or something over there.
Oh my God, Peter
Jackson one.
That's fucking batshit crazy, that movie.
I have not seen that one since the 90s. Mr.
I
Dan
think
and Horse.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I would like to rewatch it though, man. It gets a lot of
I don't even know the film. No, I think of it. I don't have it in my collection.
I don't either. Yeah.
No, very hard to get.
We got to look for a deluxe ass edition of that one, man.
yeah. I'm sure there's one out there.
Mr. Dan says he got the Paramount AP. Finally saw A Quiet Place 2. I guess that's the streaming service, maybe, or something.
Okay.
Which I liked.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was good as the first one.
I didn't think it was as good. Some people liked it more. Different strokes. I liked the first one more.
I think I would like to see more. Kind of like it's almost like you kind of got just a little bit more of the same. I kind of would like to see him kind of push it forward a bit more, give us a bit more, and that. But I'm sure there's going to be a third part, so that's going to be interesting.
Seth says he watched the WNUF Halloween special. Interesting found footage film. Okay.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either. I don't know what WNUF stands for, but
WNUF.
I know there was like a British Halloween special a while back that was kind of like found footage. Can't remember what it's called.
I can't. Again, that doesn't ring a bell. I'll tell you what I have watched very recently. Myself and Ellen watched it. Night of the Demons.
Ooh, what'd you think?
I thought it was the biggest heap of shit.
I mean, what were you expecting first off?
I don't know what I was expecting. You know what it is? I think when we knocked it on, and you know me, Ben. Like I love my, like Friday the 13th and all that. I love my cheesy 80s movies.
Yeah, this was a cheesy 80s movie for sure.
Oh, no question about it. But the acting in this film, now I've seen some bad acting, but the acting in this movie is fucking shocking. It is to the point that it was almost impossible to watch. And that I did not give a shit what was going on in the movie. I thought that the practical effects looked god awful.
The lipstick and the booby there.
No, that was good. No, that was
pretty good, right? Yeah.
Ellen turned around and said, "I seen that coming a mile away." Now I didn't see that, and I have to admit it. I did not see that coming. But no, it didn't do a whole lot for me now, to be totally honest.
It's kind of like these old school cheesy movies that you watch when you're younger. You get like a special place in your heart for them. And so it's interesting to see like when someone else watches them that isn't wearing the nostalgic goggles, like it's interesting to see how people take stuff.
No, it's actually, I kind of get that. I think if I actually seen it in the 80s, I think I might have had a different viewpoint for it. The fact that I'm actually just watching it now. It just didn't. Like I'm going through a bad run of movies at the moment as well because I think I sent you. I think I sent you a message and I said to you that we're looking for kind of Halloween themed movies. Yeah. And the day I bought that film, I also bought another film called Bloodfest. Now, not Hellfest. Bloodfest,
right?
And I wasn't mad about that film either. Now, to be honest, did you see that?
No, I heard it was better than Hellfest from some people.
It's right. I didn't think it was there, me personally. But funny enough, when I did watch it, I kind of said to myself, I think you might get a kick out of it. I think it's something that's
a little more straightforward horror comedy, right?
It is and it isn't. You know what I mean? It's one of those. The concept is quite interesting. I did like the concept of it. It was one of them movies where it was like, they're trying to get out of this kind of festival or whatever the hell they are. Yeah. And it's kind of like they go into this one section of which they get attacked. They survive this attack, then they just talk for like 20 minutes. and then they go on to the next one, they get attacked, then there's just talk for 20 minutes. It's that kind of, those really long, boring segments in it that I just didn't like. But look, I always give a movie a second go, and I'm sure I'll give both of them a go again someday, and hopefully I'll appreciate them a bit more. But the Night of the Demons, yeah, I just, I was gonna. It's weird because what's your one's name in it?
Say again.
What's the girl's name that's in that movie that everyone keeps talking about?
Oh, it's not Angela, is it?
Is it Quigley? Something Quigley? Her name Quigley or something like that? Is that her name?
Oh, Linnea Quigley.
Yeah. Every time I mentioned Night of the Demons, that one's name got mentioned.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Even in the chat,
I kind of turned around. I said to Adam, I was like, this one's going to strip down somewhere along this movie. Everyone kept going on about it. And that, rest assured it happened.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah. I mean, she's great. Even Seth here in the chat says Linnea Quigley great in everything she does. I agree with mostly. I haven't watched. I tried to watch Bone Hill Road, which is like an independent little small werewolf movie.
Okay.
That she is in. It's like a more recent movie, like within the last few years. I want to say maybe it was even like a Wild Eye movie, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I couldn't get into it, and I don't even think I made it until she made her appearance in the movie. So.
Oh, really?
I turned it off.
It's weird. Remember I said to you there recently, I think it was probably around a month ago, I said that I got that film, The Phantoms. Now, I know you said you weren't a fan of it when you'd seen it. Mm-hmm. But there's a scene in that movie where Liv Schreiber goes into a room and there's a body lying in the bed. And he just starts feeling the legs of the woman. Now, it's just that the body never gets up. It never moves. It's just a dead body. And I couldn't believe it. It's actually her. It was. I was like, wow. I was like, is your career gone that bad that you couldn't even have they didn't even move in the movie, never mind speak. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, apparently that was all in that scene. At least she got felt up by Liv Schreiber.
Well, I guess there's that. I've never, I have not seen that movie since it first came out. I don't remember being wild about it, but it's like a lot of things, on a second watch, I might love it. It's hard to say.
It's you know what? It's one of them things. I love small town horror movies. It's some of my favorite settings. I like that. It's kind of like the likes of Silent Hill, kind of. Just them kind of. I don't know, like them. There's no way out kind of scenarios. I just like that kind of setup. And
have you seen the movie Triangle?
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah,
that is a great movie. That is we actually only just watched that recently. Actually, now I think of it, that is a great movie. Great twist in that film.
Yeah, I mean it's great, but it's another one of these like sort of in a scenario that's unescapable, right?
Yeah. You know yourself, like The Thing and all that. That kind of. I love all that kind of stuff. And Phantoms just kind of fits that bill a bit for me. And I was surprised because when I mentioned, I think I've done a video on that. When I mentioned that film Phantoms, I thought I was going to get a barrage of people giving out shit saying why I actually liked that movie. But I couldn't believe it. There was at least there must have been at least 30 comments in that video, everyone saying I love Phantoms. And I was very surprised to actually see that.
Well, there's a lot of shitty movies that get a lot of love from horror people these days.
Absolutely. Sorry, no, your fucking Blu-ray player just moved by itself. Sorry.
Are you on? Is your place
I got
on?
a little fucking freaked out.
Oh shit! Is there a phantom in there with you?
What?
Is there a phantom in there with you?
I'm starting to fucking wonder that. So how things yourself anyway?
Things have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
Starting Monday, I'm taking the rest of the month off.
All right. Wow. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
A month off. Lovely.
Yeah, just to really just steep myself in the spookiness of it all, right?
Oh, no, fucking right, man. Again, if you can get I know you love your October, so to get a month off is actually quite brilliant.
Yeah, I figured, why not?
Yeah. So, have you any plans or
no plans? Over the month of October? One of these times, I'm going to go visit my parents in Sacramento, which is my hometown. So that's going to happen at some point. I'm going to watch a metric fuck ton of horror movies. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like every October time just sort of like, I don't know. I don't get to savor the month of October at all, so I figured fuck it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, we're the same here. We fucking love October. We're massive October people in this house. And we watch. Sorry?
What season is it over there right now?
Autumn.
Okay.
Yeah, we love this. We love this time of year. I'm kind of like Cody. As Cody kind of talked about it before, the kind of just the color of everything, how the trees look, the orange look of the trees. It just looks beautiful. And we just love this time of year, and we just watch as many horror films as we can. I think me and Alan, we would easily watch during the month of October. I'd say we could easily watch around 50, 60 movies, horror movies. That is.
I'm definitely up. It's like we're on the 9th, and I've definitely watched more. I haven't watched one today yet.
Right.
But I've watched more than 10 horror movies this month for sure.
Right. Oh, we started the Friday the 13th. I have to admit now, they got a little repetitive.
Oh yeah, they
do. You know yourself. We're kind of taking a break from them. We started the Psycho franchise. We started the Purge franchise. We just have a lot of films, a lot of the kind of the same kind of films that we always watch during the month of October. But then we always wait till the second half of October to kind of get into the good stuff. A lot of the John Carpenter stuff gets watched in the second half of October, And actually, speaking of John Carpenter, did you pick up the Halloween movies in 4K?
I have not done that. I'm going to order them from Sacred Bones Records, and they are not out until the 15th. So I slept. I intended to order them from Scream Factory, and I slept on it, and then they all sold out.
Right.
So
I bought the Sacred Bones Records, the 3 deluxe editions.
Yeah.
The drawings. Yeah. Now I didn't fucking know that they weren't getting released until the 15th. So I was a bit sick because chances are I'm not going to get them over here in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So we watch Halloween 1, 2, and 3 on Halloween night every year. Me and Alan always do it. And I wanted them films here on Halloween night, but chances are I won't get them. So I've decided to buy the standard releases as well, just so I can get them before Halloween night, and to make sure that they're here.
Now I have on Halloween this year at the Alamo Drafthouse, which is a theater in San Francisco. They are showing 78 Halloween 78 on the night, so I thought I'd go check it out on the big screen. I've never seen it on the big screen.
Oh wow! I've never seen it myself, but I say it's quite amazing. Yeah. I would love to see it. No, we just don't have that luxury over here. It just never happens here. And there's none of that over here. Like where we're going to show off Halloween and like Nightmare on Elm Street in a theater. It never happens here. The only time you would get, if you were lucky, if you got a drive-through. That's maybe the one rare time where a drive-in. Sorry, it's the one rare time you would kind of get something like that, but it doesn't happen too often over here.
They're showing a bunch of cool stuff this month. Lost Boys, the Thing. They're showing that on the big screen.
Oh wow.
Phantasm's another one I might get tickets.
Oh, brilliant.
What were some of the other ones? I don't remember. I'd have to check the site, but. I'm hoping to get to a few of them, especially now that I'll be taking some time off. So.
Oh no, absolutely. Again, like I said, if the option was there for us to do it, trust me, we'd be doing it. It's just not there.
I don't get to the theater as much as I used to. You know what I mean?
No, the last time I went to see a movie in theater was the last Halloween movie. And I'm not going to lie, all I did during that movie is whinge about how the picture quality looked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just think my set was far better. I really do. So we are definitely going to see Halloween Kills though next week. No, that's
Did you like 2018?
I liked it. I do like the movie. I've complained about it during numerous videos, just for the simple reason that I just don't see it as the sequel to the first one. I just see it. This part 2 is my favorite sequel to Halloween. It always will be. It will never be the 2018 version. So, but I did like it. I think when we went to see it in the cinema, we were very disappointed. When we walked out of the cinema, we were disappointed because the hype that was over this movie was unbelievable, and I just felt it didn't live up to the hype. But then, as soon as we got it on 4K over here, you start watching it a few times, and it just grew. It massively grew on me, and I am a fan of it, and I'm desperate. I can't wait to see the sequel to it.
Yeah, I like 2018 a lot when I saw it in the theater. I didn't like little Doctor Twist in there, but other than that, I enjoyed it a lot. And that movie is a thing where, like, there's some movies where if they hit the atmosphere right, the story can suck or whatever, and I'm totally in it, and I enjoy the shit out of it. And with the Halloween movie, if they do Michael Myers right, same thing. I'm in it, and I thought he was brutal and good in that one.
Yeah, I kind of missed I think when we left the cinema that time, I think a lot of us, there's 3 of us there that night, and I think we were all just saying we kind of missed the whole stalking. Like, he wasn't doing a whole lot of stalking in it, like he did in the first one, and we missed a lot of that. Well, I've seen a lot of the trailers to the new film, the new one that's coming out, and they seem to be maybe putting that whole stalking thing back into it again. That's I'm quite excited, even though you can clearly see there's a massive body count. Right.
Bill in the house.
Hey,
what's up, Bill?
What's up, guys?
Thanks.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I just made a coffee.
Sweet. I like your Freddy mug.
Thanks, man.
I'm just eating some pizza over here.
What's
Looks
our
like
price
pizza
point at tonight?
What do you say?
What's the price point tonight?
I want to say it's $55, I think.
$55 pizza.
Yeah, let me check. $56.88. But it's a big ass pizza. This pizza is probably going to feed me for fucking 3 days.
I got a couple pickups I can show off. I got this.
Well, I got that one too.
Is that Studio Canal or Universal?
This is
Studio Canal, right?
Studio Canal, yeah.
Oh. How did you manage to get that?
Zombie put them out recently.
Orbit DVD. I got the Fog.
Where are you picking these up? Where'd you find them?
Orbit DVD.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'll be
I
right
thought
back.
they were all sold out.
I think Diabolic DVD has some up again now too.
Right. Because I know Universal brought them back out. That's why I was asking, was it Universal or Studio Canal?
No, it's Studio Canal.
Wow.
They're nice sets. Got a nice big book.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I got the Escape from New York.
Yep.
And then
you got them all, didn't you?
I didn't get the Fog. They didn't have
you didn't get the
so
Fog.
I need to get that one. They Live, and then of course Prince of Darkness.
Yep.
And
See, I already have Prince of Darkness on the standard 4K, so I'm like, I don't really need to upgrade it.
And I have the Fog on the 4K as well, but it's not the set.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the Thing Collector's Edition, Phil?
Mm-mm.
You didn't get it.
I got the standard 4K.
Sorry.
Man,
I have so many big editions of the Thing already that I didn't need another big edition of it.
Yeah. When it comes to the Thing, I need every edition that comes out. I really do.
These Studio Canal sets, they're cool. I am not impressed with their goddamn slipcase.
No, neither am I.
It's garbage. It's like, there's
Shit.
almost no chance that it's going to arrive to you if it gets shipped. It's going to arrive
with a big crease or
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you actually show Phil your Thing box set you got?
I don't know if I showed it, but my Thing box set came just crushed.
Fucking in bits.
And
really?
And I contacted Amazon and I'm like, look, so I got it from Amazon UK. I said, look, I would like a replacement. but I really don't want to pay for international shipping to ship this piece of shit back to you guys. And they said, well, we'll just give you a refund and you can keep it. So that's what I did.
Yes.
So
but then I have
a shitty edition for free.
Yeah, so now I have a shitty edition for free. I would have rather had a nice edition.
A nice edition for money.
Cost, yeah.
I did a video there just recently on YouTube, and I showed off the Saw steelbook that I picked up on 4K. And it's only when I put the video up, someone left a comment and said, Jesus, man, how are you happy with that steelbook that you got? So I was like, what do you mean? He says, it's just completely warped and dented. And I was like, no, it's not. And that's so I ran upstairs. The whole thing was a fucking banana. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even notice it when I was even doing the video.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. No, it was. I paid like 30 quid for it. And only for your man left a comment. I wouldn't have known about it. So thankfully I sent it back. And it was a bit. I never noticed it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about Amazon UK. Their shipping sucks, assholes. So
they all look bad. They're all at
Amazon Germany. I've had nothing but good luck with.
Yeah,
they're better.
Like they what is it, DLS or DSL delivery, and they're really, really good.
DSL, I believe, stands for Dick Sucking Lips. So just saying.
Well, it's either the delivery service or Dick Sucking Lips, but they're good.
DHL.
Well, I haven't said that though. I had that Night of the Demons. I told you, Ben. I had to leave the first one back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was from Amazon Germany.
But that was
Night of the Demons.
That was like a defective issue. It wasn't because of how they shipped it, right?
No. The disc. There was something clearly wrong with the disc.
Oh.
I don't know. I still don't even know what was wrong with it. It was just in bits. It was. But the whole case and everything was all in shrink wrap, so I don't know what happened to the disc. And that's so it was a strange one. But again, thankfully we got another one, so it was the last one as well.
Well, I got a damaged from Everything Blue. I got the Get Out 4K steelbook set, and that steelbook was damaged, even though it was all completely wrapped, and I got it directly from Everything Blue.
What was wrong with it?
There was a little like a kind of a, I don't know, maybe like a 2-inch scuff and a dent on the back of it.
That's Jesus. And that's strange because Everything Blue, the package our stuff so well.
Yeah, no, I've ordered a bunch of stuff from them. I've never had anything arrive damaged. Nice. I watched Beetlejuice this month.
Beetlejuice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Spirit Halloween killed it this year with everything they put out.
Is that from Spirit?
Mm-hmm. All the Killer Clown stuff, the Cotton Candy Gun.
Yeah, Cotton Candy Gun's pretty dope.
Those two Slim and Shorty statues. They're pretty cool.
Those look nice.
So do you have any plans still for Halloween this year?
Not really. I'm off. It's a Sunday, so I'm off work. So I can lay around and watch copious amounts of horror movies, which I do pretty much every day.
I was going to say, so it's just like another day in paradise.
Yeah, today I watched Werewolf Within, the new werewolf movie on Netflix.
Okay, I didn't actually know what you for the minute.
What I watched yesterday? I watched the new They Live yesterday, the 4K.
Werewolf Within was the one with the ranger in the small town.
Yeah.
That was a fun movie, man. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah, Muff said. Do you have Spirit Halloween where you are, Keith?
No. I have nothing yet.
You have nothing?
I'm not getting you.
You have the internet?
We have, that's it. I have not physically bought a film in nearly 3 years.
But could you order from Spirit Halloween and get it delivered there?
I probably could. I never heard tell of them until you said it.
I didn't think. Well, I guess it's international if they're in Canada, but I don't think they're in other continents.
Well, in Canada, we like during the year we have Spencer's Gifts, which is Spirit Halloween.
Okay.
Like it's owned by the same conglomerate. A lot of times when I order from Spirit Halloween website, they'll ship it to me from Canada from Spencer's.
Oh.
And then shipping will be cheaper because
I'm trying to go easy with the money in the next couple of months because we're trying to. I think I told you, Ben, we're getting this new room there in the back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really kicked off this week. We've had the people in now, kind of basically removing everything out of the garden.
Nice.
And that's
so you're doing like an add-on.
Not an add-on. We're getting they're called garden pods. So we're getting a 12-foot by 12-foot garden pod. It's going down to the back of the garden, and we're making a theater room out of it. Yeah. So we're trying to be kind of a bit. I'm not trying to spend too much money when it comes to movies. I'm trying to get everything that I need for this room. There's a few things we still have to get. We're actually just we're in the process now of we're trying to buy these kind of nice reclining kind of theater seats that we're trying to get from Amazon Germany, funny enough, as well. So, that's coming along very nicely now. We're very excited. Yeah, we can't wait to be done. And it'll be done in November. So I'm sure it'll be a video someday this year, sometime.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, it's good. We're excited. We really are. A lot of work. We were just talking about. We were kind of just. I think someone just said it to me. It never dawned on me. But we're just saying the amount of work that we have to do, kind of clear out the whole garden. Buy all the equipment that we need for it. And then someone just kind of said to me out of the blue, "What about having to put everything into the room, taking all the stuff from my movie room into this garden pod? It's that's going to be a serious job. That's going to be rough."
What is the distance between those two areas?
I have to go down the stairs.
Oh,
already
it's
a lot.
Well, why don't you just set up like a slide from the top level
out the window
from
straight
window.
into the pod?
Yeah.
It's not the worst idea.
Now, I'm not saying send your
or at
shit
least
down.
a pulley. You could rig up a pulley rope elevator and just lower stuff down.
Yeah. Would you really would you do that with your busts and all that? I don't think I could do that.
Oh yeah. I'm on the 12th floor. I'd just pulley rig it down. Down 12 floors.
Wow.
Seth likes your shirt, by the way, Phil.
Who, me?
Yeah, he likes Just Before Dawn. He did a review of it.
That Phil has a Just Before Dawn shirt. Love it. Oh, thanks, man. Just Before Dawn.
That's one I might watch this month.
Yeah, you gotta watch Just Before Dawn in October.
I should probably watch it Just Before Dawn.
And Tourist Trap.
I've watched that one within the last year, though.
I've watched Tourist Trap within the last year, too.
I don't think I'm going to watch a single Friday the 13th movie this October because I ran through all of them back on when we had the Friday the 13th recently.
Yeah.
I think we got to number 4, and I might be done with them now. I don't think I can watch another one.
Sharney's saying you can get spooky stuff from TJ Maxx, but in Australia it's called TK Maxx. Like, what the hell, man? Why they got to change it up?
TK Maxx. Is that the place that's a rip-off over here? Yeah, it's a fucking rip-off over in this country. Which haven't said that everything over in this country is a fucking rip-off.
Oh, yeah. Hell Night. I just watched that when I got the 88, or what is it, 101. Yeah, so I probably won't watch Hell Night again.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that with Seth this month, and we're going to do a collaboration, I think. We've been talking about
collab.
it for a long time, so yeah, we got to pull the trigger. I love
Death Central.
Kevin in the house. What's up, dude? Craig's saying that there's nothing like those Halloween stores, but Sharni was saying that you can get some stuff from Spirit Halloween through Amazon Australia. So check that out, Craig.
Perfect.
And you can go to TK Maxx as well. Like, I'm wondering if there's another continent where there's a TL Max or something. Work their way down the alphabet. That seems weird. I love Hell Knight though. Hell Knight's another one that I love with all my heart and soul. But you know, if a modern person who had never seen it before, like heard all this love I gave it, you know, like, oh, what a great slasher. And then they watched it, they could be pretty disappointed, I think, you know.
I have to tell them I have it I was going to say pre-ordered, but I'm actually waiting for my delivery date is pending on it, so I don't know what's going on with it.
What'd you order? Hell Knight?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
From
you've never seen it?
No.
Oh, well, this will be a really good experiment because I'll be really interested to hear what you think because I love it, but of course I love Night of the Demons as well. And both of them, Hell Knight especially, is very nostalgic for me. It was one of the first horror movies I ever watched. So,
okay, I don't know why, but I kind of get the impression they're very similar.
They're not really similar. They're not really similar at all. One.
Oh, really? Okay, because I've seen the trailers to both of them, and I was like, they kind of just reminded me. They kind of look like the same. Hell
Knight has like I don't think you guys have fraternities over there.
No,
but you know, for fraternities like Animal House and whatnot. So Hell Knight is where there's pledges of a fraternity and a sorority, and they're like, in order to pass their initiation to get accepted into the fraternity, they have to spend a night in this spooky ass house, and so that's what Hell Knight is.
Okay. Night the Demon's not held in a spooky ass house.
Yeah,
I know, but that's a party.
That's a party.
That's a Halloween party.
Yeah, there's no prize at the end of being in a shitty fraternity or whatever. I shouldn't say that because people that are in fraternities absolutely love them, but that's really never been my scene. My dad
what's her name? Is it Selma? What's her one's? Jeez, I can't remember her name. Blair.
Linda Blair.
Blair. She did main Starbucks.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And it also has
her cleavage. Her cleavage plays a large part.
Yeah, really? Her cleavage gets second billing. It's Linda Claire, and then her cleavage just under that.
Wow. Right. Okay.
But I don't
think you get full cleavage, but you just get cleavage the whole movie.
I mean, that's full cleavage. You don't get topless boobies,
right?
But you get full.
That's
cleavage.
What I meant.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, she's great, and it has what's his name from Friday 13th Part 4, who gets his face smashed in the shower. No, Part 3. Pretty boy with the jawline.
I'm in my normal
spot. Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
I'm in my normal spot.
Nice.
It's like the screen's showing differently today for some reason. I'm just a big face.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It's the way he has it set up.
That's the way.
Do you guys not like this setup? Should I do the other setup? I kind of like this one because we're all like a bunch of empty space. Like this one, I guess you get a more panoramic view.
I just want Death Central to see that because he thinks I'm not in my normal spot. I'm in my normal spot.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I can tell.
Different angle, yeah.
I guess I don't want to care one way or the other.
Plus, my camera's reversed for some reason, so it's like right now I'm facing the wall with the shelves, but it looks like I'm facing the other way, if that makes sense.
Well, it looks like you're facing the wall with the shelves to me.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my wall with the shelves is on my left, which is that way.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Keep your finger. Wait, keep pointing.
Because when I go like this, it's pointing to the right.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So weird. It's
maybe
just reversed for me.
Just reverse for you, yeah. But it is it does look correct for us. So
yeah, absolutely.
Thank God.
And Seth thinks you look great, dude.
What?
I said Seth thinks you look great.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
For what it's worth. So yeah, I still haven't done any YouTube videos lately. But I will be taking some time off this month, the rest of the month, basically. So I will get some videos made. But I bought something last night that I don't think will be here for a few months, but I got it, and I'm kind of stoked on it. I'm looking forward to it.
What was it?
It's the hard box, like one-click Dr. Sleep sets from Film Arena.
Oh, nice! I've seen them. They're actually looks fantastic. That does.
Yeah, so there's the 4K and then the I don't think it's 3D, but it's just a Blu-ray. But they're different steel books, so that's cool because a lot of the one clicks are like the same steel book. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, nice. Okay. What do I have coming? Do I have anything coming? I think I have the Invisible Man that's supposedly coming, but I'm starting to question now whether or not that's going to happen. Seeing you got yours.
And I've had it for like a while too, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, this country. I'm not kidding you. It's just in a fucking mess at the moment. We can't get nothing. Ellen, gosh, I'm not kidding you. Ellen, there's an author that Ellen loves. His name is Richard Chismar. And she got this kind of special bookmark. Now, a bookmark, a piece of cardboard sent in an envelope, sent from the States. We got into the country here. She had to pay, now the thing cost around €3. She had to pay 90, it was 85 cents that cost. It cost 85 cents. She had to pay a 13-cent custom charge on it. And then she was charged by the post office over here €3.50 to get a piece of cardboard around that big.
Nice.
It's a joke. A fucking joke.
10 euros.
Nah, it's for a fucking bookmark. And then we tried contacting. We got in contact with the post office again about the parcel Ben that you sent me over 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a decade. I sent that to you in the 80s, dude.
Keith, tell her she needs to spend another $2 and now go get it laminated.
I'm sure it's already laminated. No, she contacted the post office and they said the same shit again. It's all on your end. It's not their fault. It's USPS's fault, apparently.
I mean, it's 100% their fault because
it's fucking their fault.
They should have just given you that shit when it was like around the corner from you. Yeah,
that's fucking ridiculous. No, it's gone anyway. I've accepted it.
Well, I'll get that claim started next week when I get that time off. So
yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate it.
But that does really suck, man.
But like I said to you before numerous times, what kills me is the steelbook that you sent me. That it's just the other things can be got. I can get that, but you sent me something over, and I thought the steelbook was beautiful.
It's a cool steelbook.
I even did that thing when you told me you were sending it. I did that whole thing where I went on YouTube and I started looking at everyone's videos on it, and I just really got excited to get hold of it. And it's not happening now. So
it's a cool steelbook, and you still haven't seen the movie. You should watch that movie sometime.
I know.
What movie is it?
Terrifier.
Oh, Terrifier steelbook.
Yeah,
ooh, that one's nice.
Fucking beautiful. It kills me. Fucking kills me.
Yeah,
and you do wonder what the fuck happened to it. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's like on a boat somewhere, that boat like there's someone. It's like the boat in Triangle now. It's just like out there in a time loop.
What's happening. Some diver is going to find a wreckage of a ship now in the next couple of years.
Exactly.
And find that parcel.
Yeah. That is a goddamn shame. But I don't know. Well, we'll get you some.
Or Tom Hanks does a Castaway sequel in one of the FedEx boxes he opens up. He's like, Terrifier Steelbook.
Yeah. He draws like a little face on it. He's like, hey, Terry.
Yeah. Wilson! The new Wilsons of the Terrifier Steelbook.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but you would have to name it Terry, right? Not Wilson.
Then he comes to this house with the parcel.
There you go. Yeah, and Ellen says, as long as he comes to this house with the parcel, she'll be happy.
Yeah, that is a shame, but what you gonna do?
Look what happens.
Get it sorted.
He'll deliver the parcel and be like, yeah, there's a $30 customs fee.
I was expecting. That's actually, to tell you the truth, that's actually a bit cheap, because when you sent that parcel to me, I was expecting to pay at least $60 on it.
Yeah.
I knew it'd be something like that. And that's what I'm expecting to pay on the on those deluxe editions of Halloween when I get them from Sacred Bones. I know I'm going to be paying around 50, 60 quid extra.
I can't wait. I keep getting emails from them thinking it's the shipping email, but it's these emails saying, we have more information about the shipping date on your order. We plan on shipping these out pretty soon. Your order should be shipped out quite soon. Get excited. And then 2 days later, another email from them. We have more information on your shipping news. We're almost ready to ship your package.
So close, dude. So close.
And 2 days later, more shipping news. We're almost shipping.
At least you're getting fucking emails all the time. I got shit. I don't even know what's happening with my order.
Yeah, the tracking on the package we sent ended up like a block away from his house or whatever. And then they're like, oh, there's a customs issue, so we're going to ship it back to America. And then at that point, that's when it went into the fucking nether zone.
And the weird thing is, when Ellen emailed them the other day and they replied back, they claimed that there should have been an option for me to pay the customs charge, but they never gave me the option.
That's even worse. If that's the case, then that's really fucked.
I know. Fucking laugh. And what makes me laugh is because if we get the insurance claim sorted with this, I'm going to get you to do it again.
Yeah.
and
I'll do it again. Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm being fucking stupid.
Well, we'll use someone else. We'll use the dick sucking lips service or whatever.
Yeah.
DHL.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. So we won't use it. But I mean, yeah, that sucks.
That happens. Look, it's not your fault.
Close.
Yeah. I love the way your fucking package came okay.
Yeah.
Balls.
Yeah, the one you sent, Cam.
Yeah. It was okay, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
No customs fee.
No customs fee. I usually don't. When I get stuff internationally, I end up not really paying custom fees usually. I don't know if it's like included in the expensive ass shipping I have to pay a lot of times, but or whatever. But it's I usually don't have to pay extra stuff.
Oh, we're just getting it from all ends. I was only just saying to Ellen tonight. Even Amazon now here, just Amazon UK. Every 4K film that's coming out now is nearly €30. Correction. Every 4K film that's coming out is €30 now. It used to be around. I used to be able to get them for around €24, €25, but now they're factoring in the fucking customs. Yeah, so I'm just getting it from all ends. All I can do is buy off Amazon Germany.
Yeah. I guess you don't pay customs on those incoming packages?
No. Go to Amazon
Germany. VAT or whatever?
Sorry?
You have to pay VAT or whatever that is?
No. Nothing at all. Okay. Amazon Germany is amazing. Unbelievable.
Screw you, Amazon Germany. Always taking my money.
Oh, they're constant. They're unbelievable. They're just the amount of deluxe editions that I've gotten from them, just from films that just don't deserve deluxe editions, but you're getting them. It's incredible. It's amazing. 7 clubs.
Oh shit, that looks delicious, dude. Oh man.
Oh.
But what if you don't like the way it tastes? Oh, there it goes. You like my setup there?
Phil, do that again, though, yeah.
I've seen it.
Did what? Did you not see it? Do it again, there, Phil. What? She didn't see it.
Oh, that's not ripe yet.
Oh,
that was a lazy one.
Never do a trick twice.
No, that's why.
Yeah, I made that.
Wow.
Craft day. Chucky doll.
Oh yeah, your Chucky doll was cool, man, Keith.
Oh, I said it in the video. I've never seen a woman so conflicted handing me a present.
Yeah.
And because she just said straight out, she was like, "You're getting this, but if we're in bed and this fucking thing goes off, it's going out of the house, and that's the end of it."
Yeah.
So I told her,
like,
I
got you a present. I got you a present, but I don't want it in the house.
So I said to her, "So seeing you got me the Chucky doll, can I go in there and buy the Annabelle doll?" "No, that's it, the fucking Chucky doll, no more." So I'm not allowed the Annabelle doll.
How do you feel about the Annabelle movies?
I love them.
Did you like the recent one too?
Hmm?
I like Annabelle Creation. The other two I didn't think were super great, but they were okay.
I found them to be fine. I didn't have a problem. I think your man James Wan, that directed the Conjuring movies, I think he written the script for the new Salem Lot movie, and I think the fella that directed Annabelle Creation is directing it. So that could be quite decent.
Well, what did you think of Malignant?
I haven't seen it, so fucking say nothing. I've been hearing so many great things about
anything.
I can't believe when Godzilla shows up halfway through Malignant.
That was crazy, for sure.
I heard so many great things about it.
Well,
and
that's the thing.
Benny's in it.
I knew he was going to come out today.
That movie, I loved it. I loved Malignant. So much fun. But some people, it just doesn't work for at all, and I can understand why. And it'll be interesting to see if you're one of those people because I was not into it up until a certain point, and then I was like all in, and I was like, okay.
No, and James Wan, anything to do with James Wan, I know I'm going to get something great. I'm a huge fan of him, and I'm expecting great things.
Would you call Malignant something great there, Ben?
I would call it great. Yeah. I thought it was amazing. I loved it.
What about you, Phil? You don't seem.
It was okay for me. It was a good watch for sure.
Okay.
I was smiling ear to ear at parts in that movie, just the biggest fucking grin on my face, and I was like, "Yeah, bitch."
Right. Okay. I actually
I loved it, but it's a lot different than any of his other movies, you know.
Okay. I watched the film. It was I think it might have been written by James Wan and produced by him. Now, it wasn't directed by him. A film called Demonic. Now, not the fucking Neil Blomkamp film that came out recently.
Yeah, did you watch it?
It wasn't fucking bad. When we first seen it, we didn't like it, but we watched it again, and it kind of grew on me a bit more. Your man Frank Grillo was in it. Maria Bello was in it as well. It's not a bad movie. Definitely worth checking out.
That was a movie that I felt was marketed a little differently than it actually was. It was marketed like as soon as I see like any soldiers for like the Catholic Church or something, it's a different movie than I expected if I didn't know that it was there. So there is like a militant Catholic thing going on in there. I thought it was okay, but I thought it was going to be cooler than it was. I thought it was going to be a little more like anytime I see any like militant stuff like that, it moves it up the campy meter, the campometer. And I was expecting it to be like a lot more just straight creepy based on the trailer, but it was still good. I enjoyed it.
Which film? No, I sometimes you're thinking of a different film.
Demonic, the one where she goes into like her mom's in the hospital and she has to go in and
No.
Which one are you talking about?
It basically starts with Frank Grillo. He goes to this house right at the start of it, and he finds the bodies of 5 people. And there is one sole survivor in this house. So they start interviewing him. And basically the story goes back, and you find out what happened in this house. And it kind of goes back into the, like 2 hours into the past. And then it kind of goes back to the present. And it just kind of jumps back and forward. And it's a real fucking creepy movie.
Well, there is a movie, Mr. Bones. There is a movie that was released recently, 2021, called Demonic.
Yeah, that's Neil Blomkamp.
That one came out a few months ago, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's a completely different movie.
Okay, what year did the Demonic you're talking about come out?
5 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting, very interesting to watch. It's one of them films that just builds up and builds up and builds up until you get it's actually a good finale to it as well.
What's up, Patrick?
Patrick in the house. What's up? Yeah, Demonic. By the way, IFC Midnight Movie if I got that correct.
I like Midnight Movie.
What film were you talking about then?
I was talking about the one that came out 2021.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Was that any good?
Directed by Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah. Was that good? What was that like then?
Well, that's what I was saying. I expected it to be a lot creepier than it ended up being. It was a little more camp than I was expecting. And that was just because there was like militant Catholics in it. You know what I mean?
Right. So, okay.
IFC Midnight.
But it was still good.
Okay. I don't know. I want to see it.
Some people would actually, I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I don't know that I would call it good. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining for me. Okay.
Neil Blomkamp, he seems to be becoming a bit of a wasted talent. He is.
Oh, what was his last movie?
He done that Demonic, and then the film before that was Chappie.
Oh, okay.
And then he had that Elysium, and then District 9.
Elysium was good.
I liked Elysium. I thought it was good.
I didn't love Chappie.
I didn't like Chappie, but I liked The Antwoord. And when that came out, I had started working for the company I work for now, and it was like I was working on a robotics team, so I was like, oh, cool. So that sort of like stuck out.
Home.
Yeah. But then and I like The Antwoord, but it was not his best movie. I would say Demonic is a lot different. I would rather watch Demonic than Chappie, I think.
Right, okay.
But I did pick between the two again.
It's a shame because he was so close to giving us I think it was because of Ridley Scott. He was meant to direct the next Alien movie.
Yeah.
He was going to do a kind of a Halloween thing with it where he was going to ignore the sequels. He was just going to it's going to be Aliens, and then his movie.
Will.
And we never got it.
And he hates The Antwoord, but I like him.
What's that?
Danny hates The Antwoord, but I like them.
Oh.
Did you watch Antrim?
No, I did.
What did you think of Antrim?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I liked it. Pacing was a little off for me. I thought it was okay. It got a lot more hype, I think, than it deserved, but that was just good marketing on their part, I think. Did you love it with all your heart?
I wouldn't say I loved it, but I like it.
Yeah.
What was it anyway? I never heard of it.
It's a movie that if you watch it, it will drive you mad. It's like the most dangerous horror movie to watch is how they marketed it or something like that.
Okay.
And so it's about this guy and his sister, right? Was that his sister? This little kid and his sister?
A little boy and his sister, yeah.
Who go into the forest to try to release their dog Spirit who recently passed away, right? Am I get that right?
Kind of like they want to bury it, but then they decide to dig a dig a hole to hell.
Yeah, but then they decide that they're just going to dig a hole to hell instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cool. It was like I don't know. I liked it. Okay. Rick in the house. What's up, Rick?
What's up, Rick?
And did any of you go out to see that new Bond film or anything like that?
Am I going to go see it?
Yeah.
I will watch it when it comes on VOD or whatever's. I will not go to the theater to see it, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm not really too bothered.
I probably won't ever watch it.
Oh, wow. You're not a Bond fan?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I like the Daniel Craig Bond movies. I mean, they started so strong with Casino Royale. I thought that was a great one. And then they sort of fell off a bit, but I think he's still a pretty good Bond, you know.
Sometimes I act it out like dun 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 dun.
That's Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That's Mission Impossible.
Close.
I don't care.
Yeah, I kind of like him as a Bond, but I don't really give a shit about his movies. If I'm being totally honest. Yeah. I'm like you, Casino Royale. What a fucking movie.
That was a good one. That was like that was his like jump into Bond. I was like, okay, this is gonna be some good shit, man.
It just never happened.
Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View is agreeing with you that Demonic 2015 is pretty solid.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And Rick is saying James Bell's Tantrum. I think he meant to say Antrim up there, while Will was saying that it had a great marketing scheme, which it did, because there was a lot of buzz, especially even with horror people who are, you know, because I don't know, the tagline is like the most dangerous horror movie. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like that made people think about it, you know, and go, like, oh, shit. It was like, don't watch this movie, or, you know, watch it if you dare, or some shit like that, you know. So
Right.
Patrick's talking shit about Lamb, saying it looks corny as hell, but it actually looks amazing. And he's only saying that because for some reason he has some vendetta against anything A24 does.
I'm actually looking forward to Lamb.
I am too.
Shit out of it.
I'm gonna watch the ever loving shit out of it.
Ever loving shit out of Lamb.
Yeah. And I actually heard it was a good movie too. Mr. Dan saying the scariest movie ever made for Antrim.
There you go. That's the tagline.
Lamb looks very interesting, but also not a straightforward horror movie.
No, I just recently heard about it. I think I actually heard about it today for the first time.
Oh, okay. I've been looking forward to it.
Are you going to? I presume both of you are going to see Halloween Kills.
I will see it in the theater. Yeah.
I will watch it at home.
You're not going to see it in the theater?
Not a fan
of the theater? Not really.
No. Oh, okay.
Of movies, not particularly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch movies.
Did you like 2018 a lot, Phil?
Yeah, it's an okay watch for me. Yeah, for sure.
Somewhere middle of.
I've rewatched it a few times.
Is it like the middle of your ranking for those movies? You think somewhere in there?
Probably somewhere in there. Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's seen that movie and went, "Wow, this was fucking extraordinary."
Thanks, Rick. Just before dawn. Ba-bam.
I don't think I've watched a Halloween movie and thought this was extraordinary since Resurrection. No, I'm just kidding. I would say since the first one, to be honest with you. But I like Halloween 2 is one of the greatest horror sequels ever. At this point, I will watch Halloween and then 2018 if I'm going to do a double feature. Part of that's because I've seen Halloween 2 so many times. So 2018 is a little fresher for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I like Halloween 2018 quite a bit. It's one of my.
I can't watch Halloween without seeing Halloween 2.
Yeah,
it just doesn't feel right to me. I need to watch the second one right after. I do, and I think I've said this numerous times about the Halloween franchise. I see it as 3 trilogies. To be honest with you. That's the way I treat it. I see it as you have part 1, you have part 2, and then I had H20 that concluded that trilogy.
Yeah.
Then you had Jamie's story, which part 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
And then you have the new trilogy. That's the way I look at it.
The new trilogy being Rob Zombie's Halloween, and they're
No.
I watched the Killer Mask trilogy. I just watched part 3 times.
What's that?
The Killer Mask trilogy. I just watched part 3 times.
Some fucking movie.
What is the Killer Mask trilogy?
Where you watch part 3 times.
Oh, okay. Hey. Do you watch it on like different settings on your
The only
TV,
one I ever watch is part 3 because I don't like the Halloween franchise with Michael Myers in it. I just want the 3 masks, the pumpkin and the skull and the witch. To me, that's the to me the Halloween franchise is the skull, the pumpkin, and the witch mask. It's not Michael Myers.
For me, it's just if it doesn't.
You're just trying to antagonize people, aren't you?
What's that?
You're just trying to fucking antagonize people. What the fuck? How is it about the fucking news?
If a Halloween movie doesn't involve Stonehenge, I'm out. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's gotta have at least one pumpkin mask, one skull mask, and witch mask, and it's gotta have Stonehenge.
If I don't see a snake and a cricket, I'm out. Fuck it.
Like Michael Myers didn't bring any of that shit.
Every time I watch Halloween 3, right? Maybe he's gonna help me out.
Yeah.
I watch Halloween 3, right? You know the scene where Johan's fiddling with the fucking the badge which is in a hotel room, and it goes off and it blows the face off him. The creature that comes out of her, and it goes into her hair. Do you remember the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is that? What is the little insect that comes out of her?
Was it like some kind of crickety looking thing?
No, I don't know what it is. I know it's I've never seen a fucking cricket. No, it might be. Every time
is it a snake?
No, I always go what the fuck it is.
See, once we get the 4K, then we'll be able to tell what it is.
Oh hey. Soon.
I just ordered the Halloween 3 4K because it's the only one I need because I'm not a fan of Michael Myers.
Right.
Yeah, you really are scaring me there. Are you taking the piss? Are you actually legit?
No, I'm joking.
Thank fuck.
Michael Myers is okay, but only when he was a little kid in Rob Zombies.
Michael Myers is okay, but only if he's wearing the skull mask, the pumpkin mask, or the witch mask.
All I care about is the fucking horse that's in Halloween 2. That's me. If you don't have a white horse in the Halloween movie, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie's the only Halloween movie I fucking own, man. That's the one you
Michael
need.
Myers isn't a fucking hobo who speaks. I'm out. Fuck it.
And he has to be at least 9 foot tall.
Exactly, yeah.
My Halloween movies have to have one thing, and that's a white fucking horse.
Exactly.
And he has to be built like the fucking Rock as well.
Oh, yeah. I like the first Rob Zombie's first Halloween movie. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people like it.
I think it's absolute fucking garbage.
Yeah, no white.
I think that everything they've done in that movie was offensive.
Was offensive?
Yeah, everything. The whole movie. He ruined the mythology of Michael Myers by showing us the kid version of himself. Then the fucking Michael Myers that we got was the most ridiculous looking thing I've ever seen. He did that whole thing. Oh, if I make him bigger, he might be scarier. And he was just horrible. It was just rotten to look at. And like you said, he looks like a whole
haircut.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Every time I watched it, do you know the scene where Danny Trejo was walking with him?
Yeah.
I felt like I was watching Lord of the Rings. When Frodo was with Gandalf. It was just absolutely ridiculous to look at. It was he really fucked that franchise up. He did.
I think, yeah, the first one, I didn't mind the backstory. It didn't I didn't mind that whole, I didn't mind the prequel part of it, to be honest with you. I think the transition of Michael Myers from human to whatever the fuck he becomes, was too abrupt, and he didn't make it far enough into like boogeyman territory. You know what I mean? But
I think when we last seen it, and he started feeling his sister's leg, I remember just turning around to Ellen, and I was like, only Rob Zombie would do that. Only Rob Zombie would do that to Michael Myers. Like, do that stupid bullshit with Michael Myers.
What do you think of his other movies? Do you like any of them?
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't like Lords of Salem?
No, I think the first film I seen by him was House of a Thousand Corpses. I thought it was fucking garbage. I don't like his movies. I don't like them. And the weird thing is, we actually sat down. I think there's a documentary on Halloween, the making of Halloween. It was like a 2-hour documentary. And he looks like the nicest fucking person. I think the last time we watched Halloween, it was because we watched this documentary. And he was so goddamn nice during it. It made us want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But then we watched the movie and we realized it was crap and he fucked it up. So, so it was all kind of pointless in the end.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But there's a lot of, I kind of understand it as well, why people. Look, I'm one of them people that I don't need a lot of, I don't need to see tons of gore and fucking, heads being ripped off, this, that, and the other to enjoy a horror movie. What John Carpenter done with Halloween is what I love. Creepy.
What he did with The Fog.
Oh, incredible. Fucking masterpiece. Love that movie. That's our go-to Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Along with Halloween. Brilliant.
I'm with you. I love The Fog, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Halloween's probably my favorite Carpenter movie, but The Fog is right up there, man.
That's what I actually said when I actually done my review on The Thing recently. I did say in that video, I was like, it's a testament to John Carpenter, where The Thing is not even close to being my favorite movie by him. But yeah, it's a fucking masterpiece. You know what I mean? It's incredible. Amazing.
Yeah, he's made some good ones. Some good ones.
Even his shit movies are great. Well, to an extent.
I haven't seen
I'm talking about the 70s and 80s movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of, Ghost of Mars now and all that kind of shit. No.
You weren't into that?
It's got Ice Cube.
Ice Cube playing Desolation Jones. I like Ghost of, well, I mean, it's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie for me to watch.
Yeah, it's got Ice Cube.
Ghost of Mars I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Danny says Escape from New York is his best. I would say of the two Escape movies, it's probably his best. I wasn't a big fan of Escape from LA, but
it's almost the same movie, isn't it?
It is. It's like the same movie if they put in some shitty CGI waves, though.
And the horrible thing is that shitty CGI cost nearly $50 million. That was the horrible thing about it. It's incredible, fucking terrible to look at.
Wild Will from Chesterfield saying House of Thousand Corpses, nice homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I agree with. But he feels the rest of his films are mediocre. I like Devil's Rejects quite a bit too, actually. I thought a really good follow-up to House of a Thousand Corpses, and then Three from Hell I thought sucked assholes. So I guess if you average them out, then yeah, maybe. And then later on he says he does enjoy the remakes, and Devil's Rejects could have been so much better. Phil, you liked Three from Hell, didn't you?
It was the weakest of the three for me.
I agree with that.
But it was okay. What really pissed me off is I got the 4K disc, and I don't know where I got the 4K disc in a trade box or something, and I already had the normal Blu-ray. So then when I went to watch it in 4K, it gets to about 16 minutes from the end of the movie and freezes.
Oh, I hate that shit.
So I tried it numerous times, and it just freezes at the exact same spot every time. So
that's how my Jaws 4K is, dude. It's such a pain in my asshole.
Yeah.
That's when you want to watch like without it freezing up at a certain point.
So I have it on Blu-ray, so I'm okay with not seeing the rest of it in 4K, but it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth that I have a 4K that freezes.
Rick's saying 3 from Hell is an action flick. It's definitely not a very straightforward horror movie.
I would agree with that. There's not very much horror in it at all.
What would be Rob Zombie's best underrated movie?
Best underrated movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I would say Devil's Rejects, but I don't feel like it's really underrated.
Right.
Thriller chiller.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's hard to say. I think 31 sucks. I thought 31 sucked, other than Doomhead, which was a great character and was executed really well. The rest of that movie I didn't like. And then Lords of Salem, the pacing on it was all super fucked up for me. I was so fucking bored. I watched it. I don't remember that much from it. So I would like to give it another chance, because sometimes you're just not in the mood for a slow burn.
You're not in the movie for a mood.
I'm usually in a movie for a mood, but yeah.
So are you excited about the Monsters film that he's doing? So
stoked.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only pissed that Sherry Moon Zombie's not going to play all of the characters. That's the part. Like, you know.
Yeah. It does kind of suit him, doesn't it? It kind of, when I actually heard about it, I was like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense that he's directing that movie. And
we'll see. Like, I don't know. I'm not super looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest Monsters fan in general. So not that I dislike it or anything, just not a big Monsters fan.
All right.
So I think either the big Monsters fans are going to love it, or they're going to be like, why did he make all of them so goddamn white trash?
Yeah.
Those are going to be the two responses, and I'm just going to be like, it was okay. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I can't envision him doing anything different than what he normally does, and I think that's Rob Zombie's downfall. You know, it's you know a Rob Zombie movie from a mile away. You know exactly what you're going to get with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Again, but sometimes you would like to see a bit of I don't know, versatility in the director, and he just doesn't seem to have it.
Rick is justifying Sherry Moon Zombie by saying lots of directors keep the same actors and actresses. Look at Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
they're good actors, though.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Martin Scorsese keeps Leonardo DiCaprio around.
He doesn't keep casting his goddamn wife, that's for sure.
Very different between DiCaprio and like Sherry Moon Zombie, you know. So.
Though I do think that Rob Zombie's movies could use a lot more Samuel Jackson, but that's just me. Yeah, and Mr. Bones saying that Herman Munster is definitely going to threaten to skull fuck someone. That is for sure.
Does anyone want to see a little sword swallowing?
I feel like there's so many dick sucking jokes I want to make right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like if like I've just been practicing a little sword swallowing, so if you guys want to see it.
Now, are you going to take up a sword that's like that size?
Yeah, I'll get it from the floor down
here. Got like a little like a vitamin that's a sword shape. He's gonna swallow it. Oh man! Okay.
Wow.
Let's see it. But can you pull it out of your nose though? That's the question. If you swallow it. Oh my God! Wait,
it's amazing.
Guys, absolute silence. You need 100% focus. Okay. Whew.
That's a little sword swallowing.
That really was a little sword swallowing.
Thank you.
He'll be here all week. Paul Phoenix in the house. What's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some more pizza. I'll be back momentarily.
I'll entertain with the Benny doll.
What's the film like, Phil?
Benny Loves You?
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I have to check it out. Go on, show Ellen. Go on, Ellen's watching. Knock it on there. Get a few catchphrases out.
Oh wow!
That's exactly what it sounds like. Fucking elbow on acid. Oh wow!
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
I have to watch. I have to check it out.
What I miss, guys, other than Benny? Anything?
Nope.
No.
Now that you're back, I'm gonna go on a quick hiatus.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Rick says he needs to watch the Benny flick. It's supposed to be a.
Have you seen that?
I have not seen it yet.
You haven't seen it? Okay.
Now I saw Rick earlier on Instagram show Martyr's media book that he got.
Okay.
Looked pretty cool.
I
It's
actually
a cover with the girl with the thing on her face.
Okay, very good. I'm actually trying to get another media book of another film. And I know you're going to be shocked when I say this to you that I haven't seen it. Chopping Mall.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
media book.
I'm trying to get the media book. I think there's one left on Amazon Germany. I'm going to pick it up.
Oh, pick that shit up, dude.
But yeah, I heard good things about that movie.
I love it. It is cheesy as shit, dude. So be prepared.
Right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and I love it so much.
Is it one robot or is it multiple robots?
Multiple robots.
Multiple. Okay. Right. Okay.
It's awesome, man. I love that movie. I just watched it the other night. I just got a Killbot figure. Did you see that on Instagram?
Oh, I did. Of course. Yeah. I remember the trailer to it. I just remember the ending of the trailer. Yeah. It was something like shopping in this mall would cost you an arm and a leg.
Good tagline, right?
Fucking brilliant. That was brilliant. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get that.
Dan's off to bed. Good night, Dan. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Yeah, dude. Chopping Mall is a super fun movie. And I absolutely love it. I'll be interested. I mean, it is a cheesy movie, so I feel like cheesy movies are either endearing to you or they're not. So
it's I don't know what it is. I you know what? Night of the Demons. Just going back to Night of the Demons. Look, I bought that movie because I was looking for a good Halloween themed movie, and I didn't really get that with that movie. And I think maybe that was the big letdown. I was kind of looking for something, something like Halloween, something like Trick or Treat, kind of where Halloween is massively influenced by this. It's something like that.
I mean, it's an integral part of the story.
Yeah, to an extent. And that's so.
Yeah.
But it was, look, I did say one thing. I did say to Ellen at the end of that movie that, not including Yowan, the woman that survived it, but the other fella that survived the end of survived well. Now, I did say to Ellen, if you actually asked me who I thought would survive that movie from the start, he would have been the last person I would have said. And for that, I actually kind of did turn around and go, you know what, that kind of took me by surprise. And that's so, no, I'll watch it again. It might grow on me.
I mean, it might not.
It might not. But things, look, the amount of films that me and Ellen watch, you would not believe the amount of films that we love today that we could not stand when we seen them in the theatre. It's like Event Horizon. Yeah. Me and Ellen went to see Event Horizon. We left the cinema thinking it was the biggest heap of shit we've ever seen. Now I think it's one of the greatest sci-fi horrors ever made.
I love it. Yeah.
And that, you know, fucking incredible movie. And that's so.
I liked it in the theater, and I love it more now. So I get it.
Right. No, I think what happened with us when we went to see it in the theater was there's a magazine over here. I don't know if it's actually in the States at the time. There's a magazine called Empire. Do you have Empire? No.
Maybe. I don't really do much magazine shopping these days.
Right. There was a magazine called Empire, and they were actually doing this big write-up of Event Horizon.
Okay.
And they were showing a lot of pictures from the movie. And the pictures looked incredible. Some of the pictures they showed was just fucking amazing. And we went to see the movie, and not one of the pictures that were actually in this magazine were in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that kind of, annoyed us a bit.
That is a drag. I showed this earlier. I don't know if you saw that part. I just picked up the collector's edition.
You know, I like that. I think that slipcover is beautiful. A lot of people hate it. I think it's lovely.
I think it's okay. I mean, it's, you know, I think it's okay. I like the general design of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has the appeal of like something like your 8-year-old kid drew. You want to put all the prints out. There you go. So it's endearing in that way.
Did you see that? I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently them Halloween movies that are coming out in 4K, apparently the slipcovers that come with them are supposed to be like that hard boxes you get like from Arrow Video.
Oh, okay.
Apparently they're all supposed to be in them kind of hardened boxes.
I'm surprised if that's the case, but I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. It's still not going to improve the artwork. I still think they look shit.
I think they look awful. I think part 3 looks the best. I think part 1 looks okay, and then the rest of them look like you just scraped someone's asshole and like rubbed it on some cardboard. But that's just me. Now I know some people absolutely love them, like Andrew Ballina loves them.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about them is when you do see the 5 of them together, they look well together, you know what I mean? But when you see them individually, I'm like you, I think they look fucking terrible.
It would have been cooler. It's like him standing in front of the same fucking crosswalk. So it would have been cooler, like if they had him like getting like closer and closer across the street.
Yeah, that would have been great. How great would that have been? That would have been great. That would have been fantastic. Like someone from home said to me, I think when I've done my video on Halloween and the video that I was kind of just talking about my expectations on the 4K. And at the start of that video, I just said, look, I said about the packaging. I said, look, the packaging looks fucking terrible. And, you know, kind of a lot of people were saying that they love the packaging. But every time I look at them, I just think a fucking 6-year-old drew them. That's why that's the impression I get of them. And then someone said to me, but you get the original artwork with them as well.
The Halloween?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, but you do get the original artwork. But you don't get it on the slipcover. You know what I mean? There's no point having the original artwork inside the slipcover. And that, you know, it's
Part 5 looks like Nicolas Cage.
He always does that.
No.
Oh, please.
Oh, you want a diorama in front of my cam when I go on break? Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, I think
my one light's kaput. It needs new batteries.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I wasn't super stoked on the artwork, but of course I'm gonna buy them anyway.
No, of course.
And I did think that part 3 and part 1 were the best looking of the two, and looked okay, but
I'm gonna buy 3 of each, but 6 of part 3.
So I thought you were gonna say 3 of each, but then return them all for part 3s.
Did you see the trailer? I think it was the latest trailer for Halloween Kills. Them masks are heavily featured in that trailer. The
dialogue involved too, right?
Yeah. That's fucking great.
What involved?
Like the 3 masks from Halloween 3.
Those trick-or-treaters have speaking roles in the new movie.
Ooh.
I think it was a nice touch there. See, they want, and apparently someone came out and said that they want to. I think when they're finished with these Halloween movies, they're going to start looking into doing a remake of Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Don't even try. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time.
Well,
You
are
can't
you still
fucking
on the
improve
Lost
it.
Boys remake?
Yeah, look, don't get me started. Fuck's
What about
sake.
the Exorcist remake?
Yeah, I'm actually I am excited about that one.
I'm kind of excited for it. Drops, I think, the 17th of October on digital is Slumber Party Massacre remake.
Mm. Oh, is that actually happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out on the 17th.
Wow. Okay. I think that The Exorcist is not a remake; it's a sequel. So, The Exorcist is a sequel. It's not a remake.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I'm excited about that one. I have to admit.
I'll be I don't know. When Lost Boys was announced, everyone was super pissed off about it. I just saw so many posts like on don't you touch my fucking Lost Boys. And it might suck. I mean, to me, Lost Boys is a movie that is best as like that time. It's like a time capsule, you know, like really like sums up that time, that era.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like trying to remake the Goonies. You know what I mean? It's just not going to work.
Or Suspiria. It's like trying to remake Suspiria.
And exactly, and look at how that turned out.
And The Fog also. See, it's like something where the story is not the greatest
Fog
part
remake's incredible. I like it better than the original.
Oh yeah.
And then looking at me, and she said, "Psycho." Psycho is probably the worst remake.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now I saw that in the theater.
The Vince Vaughn masturbation scene looking through the peephole.
Does he jerk off in front of a bunch of people?
What? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I saw that in the theater when it came out. Have not seen it since. I must have like blocked out that him jerking off.
Well, when he's looking at it, get naked for the shower through the peephole.
Yeah. They just do a close up of his Johnson.
Well, they take a close up of him going like.
So he really sells it.
Okay. That just all confirmed there exactly how I thought he would look.
How Phil jerks off. That's what it confirmed.
Rest assured, I'm going to wake up in the morning and then it's going to be like, why are you white as a ghost fish? And I was like, why do you fucking think? Because I'm going to have a fucking dream there of this fella making his wank fucking face. Oh shit!
Well, it was almost a shot-for-shot remake, right? Or wasn't it just a colorized version, basically, with different actors?
What's that?
And a different house and a different looking mother.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's a word for word and a shot-for-shot remake.
Except with more jerking off.
Yeah, with more jerking off. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only extra scene they needed to add.
Yeah, they're like,
you know what Psycho really needed? A jerk off scene. Yeah. Let's remake it shot for shot, but add that jerk off scene that Psycho.
That's what they should have done. They had the hole, him peeping through the hole. They should have just put a fucking glory hole down the bottom.
I agree. Yeah. Where you like walk into the hotel room and you're like, oh, look, a dick coming out of the wall. Great. Exactly. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever watch that movie again.
What, the remake?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I don't think I ever will watch it.
Oh no, sorry, I thought you were going to. Sorry. We only actually watched the original there 2 nights ago in 4K. You should check that out in 4K.
I got the Everything Blue.
I actually have it. Oh, that's I love that set. Incredible. Don't. No, I actually had the Everything Blue release from it, but I've never actually watched it. Fucking incredible.
I did watch Psycho within the last year, I think.
What do you think of its sequels?
I like 2 is a great sequel. 2 is a great follow-up, and 3 is a 2? Fun one as well. Yeah, and I have not seen 4.
I like Psycho 2 and 3 and 4.
I haven't seen 4.
4's the weakest for me, yeah, definitely. Obviously, but I still love it because it's psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 is one of the greatest sequels, probably.
That's a great.
I mean, in the top 10 sequels for horror movies, probably for me. I think.
Oh yeah. And what was it? A 20-year gap.
Yeah.
20 years. 23 years. Sorry, 23. Unbelievable. And we actually watched it the other night. It was a great movie. Great
Can
sequel.
you imagine, like, it'd be like if they released Event Horizon 2 this year.
yeah. Absolutely.
Wait, they're releasing Event Horizon 2
You heard
this
it
year?
here first, guys. Yeah.
Fuck, that's the biggest news ever. We just broke the internet.
Yeah. Good news, guys. They're releasing it, and it's going to have way more dick jerking in it. So look forward to that.
They're like, we're going to remake Event Horizon, but all it really needed was that dick jerking scene.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
So
really just a porno of some dude jerking his dick the whole
Let's
time.
reshoot it shot for shot, but we're going to just get Lawrence Fishburne to fucking whack it on this thing hard.
Now, oh no, was it Lawrence Fishburne? Was it his daughter who went and did like a porno or something?
We're gonna get his daughter in there.
Exactly. They're just gonna. It's like gonna be the next generation, and then it's gonna be just her jerking dicks the whole movie or whatever.
Oh wow!
And they're gonna do it in black and white.
It's gonna be called Event Horizon 2. He fucks his own daughter.
The ultimate taboo.
The scariest film ever made.
Yeah, exactly. Scariest thing since Antrim.
Yeah, scarier than Antrim.
I would love for that to be some horror movies like this movie, like a big Hollywood horror movie comes out and they're like scarier than Antrim. So scary, Benny hates it.
It's like them fucking Paranormal Activity movies. That was their fucking tagline. Every fucking one of them. Scariest movie ever fucking made. Every one of them is fucking pile of shit.
I got the release I just did. I haven't watched it yet. I'll probably watch it this month. I did watch the marked ones this month, which is probably my favorite sequel.
Did you watch the trailer for the new Paranormal Activity?
I have not watched it.
You should watch it.
What? It's a new film.
Oh yeah, it's coming out this month, right?
This I don't know if it's this month.
I thought I saw it this month, but I could be wrong.
There's another paranormal. I didn't even know there was another one coming out.
Let's just check what it says on the YouTube video.
Wow. Did you see the trailer for the new Resident Evil movie?
Yep.
I haven't watched that one yet either.
Oh my god, it looks fucking awful.
Yeah, it's called Paranormal Activity Next of Kin.
And when does it say it'll be released?
What?
When does it say it'll be released?
I'm going to fast forward to the end because the end of the trailer will probably say coming in, blah, blah, blah.
I hope they don't spell it.
But I have to watch an ad first for Nutella.
It's coming out October 29th.
All right, so why am I still watching this ad?
Dude, Nutella is some good shit.
Is it a theater release?
That's a good question. It just says
there's a Paranormal Activity movie coming out and I don't even know about it.
It says streaming October 29th.
Yeah.
So there you go, October 29th. Get your streamers ready.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna totally
I'm gonna fucking look like the first deck of the Love Boat when the boat's leaving. My streamers will be fucking going off.
I was thinking I'm gonna be like having handle on my handlebars, those streamers, and it's gonna
going down a hill.
So many,
going down a hill.
Yeah, it's gonna look like pom poms, dude. That's how many fucking streamers I'm gonna have. It's gonna be amazing.
Fuck, you're gonna watch that shit so good.
I'm gonna watch it hard, dude. With streamers cost so much.
I can't wait to fucking stream that shit.
Now, Wild Will is saying the point of a remake is to update and make it better.
Yeah.
And normally they don't even hold a candle to the original, but
I gotta argue with you, Will. A masturbation scene has been proven by scientists to make any movie better.
I read that on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
It doesn't matter if it's a girl masturbating or a guy masturbating, but you chalk in a masturbation scene, you've got one more star on that movie.
Yeah.
Let's prove that theory now, Phil. Start masturbating now and see if we can improve this stream.
Well, right now I see the stream currently has 2.5 stars. Let me just.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit! There we go.
Why does it look like you're getting electrocuted?
Oh shit!
Well, let's check. 3.5 stars, guys. We did it.
Wow.
Wow.
Are there remakes that you guys prefer over the originals?
Yeah.
They're all for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. I've heard that
For
before.
me, it's got to be Nightmare on Elm Street. Like Jackie Earl Haley's a better Freddy.
And the fog as well.
When I think of Freddy, I think of Jackie Earl Haley. And that's the only person that I think of when I think of Freddy Krueger.
Now, Craig from Scream Screen is not here now, I don't think, but he was here earlier, and that's actually his favorite out of the franchise. So,
I thought it was everybody's favorite.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even think it was Jackie Earl Haley's favorite, dude. I mean, felt like fuck, dude. What?
What would be your favorite? What remake would you prefer over the original?
There's multiples, and some of these movies I absolutely love both of them, and just prefer the remake. Hills Have Eyes.
That's a good one. That's a great
one. Definitely Last House on the Left. The remake I prefer over the original, and that one I don't really like the original. Maniac. Controversial. I go remake over the old one, and I
never seen it.
Love the old one.
Never seen it.
Oh,
you've never seen either?
No, I've seen the original. Never seen the remake.
The remake's awesome.
Hey, remember our set we have, Keith?
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely. That's one of my favorites. Death Central saying Black Christmas, the second remake, I assume, or the first remake, I assume, not the second one.
No, definitely not the second one.
I Spit on Your Grave. I agree with that. I prefer the remake over the original. And Evil Dead, too. I prefer the remake of that over the original first Evil Dead movie.
Now, I was going to say that. I think the Evil Dead is a fucking great remake, but I wouldn't put it ahead of the original. But it's a great remake.
House of Wax, someone said.
Hey, we watched that tonight. Just watched that tonight.
I still need to pick up the new Scream Factory of that.
I do too.
That's a good movie.
Do you have the new Scream Factory of that?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck no. How the fuck would I get a Scream Factory release of that? I'd have to pay around 200 quid for it to get it into this country.
What? I like that movie. I've never seen the Vincent Price one or the original. But I did like the Paris Hilton one. And for a long time, like, in my mind, that was like the epitome of a guilty pleasure movie. Because like I didn't know anyone, like I didn't know horror people before I came on like YouTube, right? So like I felt like the biggest weirdo for liking that movie. I was like, it was a guilty pleasure movie for me.
The Fly, good one.
Fly. I
still think Paris. We were saying it tonight when we were watching it. Paris Hilton was put in that movie solely to die, and to die in the way she dies.
Yeah.
Because the director knew that the crowd would fucking cheer it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's I like that movie. It's a great set. Great set to that movie.
They really fucked up by editing out that hand job scene she had in it though.
Oh Jesus Christ.
No, I did like that one.
No, I enjoyed it.
This is a true story. I wrote I randomly wrote some House of Wax fan fiction by request for some random like Instagram fake chick one night.
Really?
It was a really weird thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She was like, she requested I write she requested I write a story about House of Wax with her in it. And then I said, "Do you want it to be naughty?" And she said, "Yeah, I don't care." And I was just like, I went balls to the wall on it. Yeah.
So you went to naughty route.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm fucking right. So how naughty did you go with it?
It was pretty naughty. There was orgasms. I don't know. Can I say that? It was kind of like there's some I don't know, S&M orgasm type stuff that happens. She basically comes as she's dying in this story.
What story is this?
The House of Wax fan fiction I wrote for request to
that concept alone.
You wrote a fan fiction?
Yeah.
For House of Wax?
I did, yeah.
And she comes when she's dying.
Yeah, and I think I can't remember what the final line was. Like the final line was I can't remember, but it basically like was insinuating that the melted wax was like cum getting injected into her. I somehow said it poetically. I don't remember, but it was like
you say that.
It was like a beautiful poem by the time I was done.
Wow. It's weird because there is a film. Again, you might be able to help me. But is there not a film out there where a fella is, I don't know if he's wanking or he's just about to come and he gets killed and he actually is coming as he's being killed?
There's two of those.
What?
Necromantic 2.
Yeah, there's two of them. And
what's
the first one? He dies as he's coming as well.
Oh, really?
Right?
But I thought it was another film. I really thought it was. Did it happen in I Spit in Your Grave, by any chance?
My guy gets his schlong cut off in the bathtub.
I know there's definitely a shotgun inserted into someone's asshole. In the remake, at least.
Oh God.
Now I prefer. Will is asking about My Bloody Valentine OG versus remake. I prefer the OG. I love the OG, and I like the remake too. But
it's good. It's a good remake.
I go the original over that.
It kills me. It's hard to believe that I actually do not own that movie.
Oh, really?
Any format. I don't have it on. I never had it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, nothing.
Really?
I cannot get that movie.
You got to get the Scream Factory one, dude.
I don't have a region-free player.
You need to buy one on Amazon Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
and not pay customs.
Yeah.
I need to.
They're only a couple hundred.
I really do need a region player because
for sure.
Because I have the Friday the 13th collection here on Screen Factory, so I would like to see them someday in the future.
Those upgrades are good too. You want to see that crystal clear clarity. Those are 4K scans. You've never seen 4K scans. You need a region-free player.
4K is region-free.
What?
4K is region-free.
Yeah,
I know, but not 4K scans.
Yeah.
No.
Who cares about 4K? We're talking scans, dude. We're talking like 10.
Scans. All right. Oh, wow. We're talking about 4K masters.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about masturbation. Now we're talking about masters.
Exactly. In 4K. I think they will probably do a 4K of My Bloody Valentine, I think, at some point.
Yeah. That will happen. Actually, you know what? I watched the film there a couple of nights ago. And I seen it once before, years ago. I hated it. And then I watched it again the other night, and I actually quite enjoyed it. It's a film called The Initiation.
Oh, I like that movie.
It's a good movie, isn't it? I actually quite enjoyed it. Have you seen that, Ben?
The Initiation?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's held in a shopping mall. It's a killer in a shopping mall.
I don't think I have.
It's like a sorority. She's being initiated for the sorority, and her dad owns the mall, so she gets the key, and then they have to spend the night in the mall, but there's like a killer there killing people. that are in the mall.
I've seen The Invitation, which I liked a lot.
Where they go to the house for the supper, and why aren't these people showing up? And they're all in on it, and it's a big twist. And then everybody on the hillside's killing everybody and putting up lanterns.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, there's no lanterns.
Just realizing how great Phil will be reviewing movies.
That was a good movie, though. I liked it a lot. I haven't seen The Invitation.
I'm going to change the name of my channel to Phil Spoils Movies, and I'll just talk about every movie and give away the ending.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this week. And you say you always spoil something other than you actually name in the video, right? So someone tunes in for like Usual Suspects. You're like, today we're going to talk about Usual Suspects. And then at the start, you say, he was dead the whole time. So you catch people unawares. What do you think would be the greatest spoiler of all time? Or what ending of a movie do you think, if someone knew about it before going in, would be the greatest spoiler ever?
Oh wow,
that's a hard question. Very hard.
The Usual Suspects would be up there.
Yeah,
no question about it. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because my mind is going to The Usual Suspects. Because if someone told me about that ending, I'd be fucking devastated.
What if someone told you that Angela had a penis?
I'd be like, I'm tuning in to see if she jerks that fucker.
Yeah, they need to remake that and add a masturbation scene.
They do, man.
Wow.
Imagine when they remade Castle Freak, there was a sex scene there.
Is that where we're going now tonight? How can we improve on Dumbo? I know, get Dumbo masturbator in the fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Hey, there's nothing like some toon animation. Especially from Walt Disney.
Oh, yeah.
That's quality masturbation.
Oh, yeah. Disney does nothing but the finest masturbation. They really set the industry standard there.
Disney pulls this stream down tomorrow. They're like, fuck you guys. Delete.
I know. There's like some fucking Ben
wakes up tomorrow with messages on YouTube. Why was the stream deleted?
Exactly. I walk downstairs tomorrow morning and it's just some dude's like, welcome to your death. It's like Mickey Mouse dressed as Mickey Mouse shoots me in the face.
I can imagine now trying to monetize this video on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it'd be bad.
We should start hosting on my channel, and maybe I'll get some super chats and ring my bell.
And there you go.
Super chat.
Soup.
And look who's in the house. What's up, John?
What's up?
And
What's
just
up?
like that, we got landscape view.
Get over here.
Get out of here. Wild Will, the first horror movie I ever saw was Sleepaway Camp when I was a kid, and I was not expecting that twist ending there.
No, hell no.
So there you go.
Which one was it, babe?
What'd you say?
What film?
When I was pretty
Sleepaway
young,
Camp.
confused the shit out of me.
What's that?
Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah.
All right, what do you think, John? The greatest spoiler in movies and cinema history, what would it be?
What's up, Death Central? I'd be pretty pissed if I found out about Saw.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
What about in Empire if someone told you right off the bat, oh, by the way, Darth Vader's
they tell you during Star Wars. Like in the first one, A New Hope.
Oh, you guys will never guess.
Yeah.
Guess who Luke's dad is?
It's freaking Darth Vader.
What if Star Wars open and the first time you see Darth Vader, it's just captioned under him like Luke Fathers. Luke Skywalker's father. They don't even give him like a name.
No, they're like you'll never guess what happens at the end of Empire Strikes Back. Luke gets his right hand cut off and then has to masturbate using the left hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking craziest masturbation scene in Empire Strikes Back I think I've ever seen.
It's up there, man. Definitely
like
top 10 sci-fi masturbation.
Looked like a fucking broken down helicopter.
What were your
And
answers?
then he tries it with the robotic hand as well.
Yeah.
After they installed the robotic hand.
Yeah, and then it malfunctioned.
Okay, this feels normal.
Yeah.
This feels normal again.
He's like, I'm glad I went with the like upgraded masturbation model on this one. Though.
I'm glad I got the vibration mode.
Exactly.
Can you install an extra grip on it?
Exactly. Yeah. I think maybe Usual Suspects is up there because that was such a great choice.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who's not seen it, but I feel like if you just like knew that whole movie going in, it would not be nearly as good.
No, the end of the movie, it's Darth Vader.
Yeah, exactly. The end of the movie is like Kaiser Soze is like, "I'm your father, Luke," and then he jerks off Luke Skywalker. It's great. It's amazing.
7. If I found out that 7's ending, I'd be just
yeah. 7 was pretty good. Solid.
But that's such a solid movie viewing experience up to the end. Like I feel like the end doesn't quite define the rest of the movie in the way that like something like Usual Suspects or Sixth Sense, for instance, even.
Yeah.
Or the director's got a 7 when they take the lid off the box and his dick's in the box.
Exactly. He's like,
why like the dick in the box scene, and then Brad Pitt jerks off Morgan Freeman.
Justin Timberlake comes out.
Awful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So what were your answers to that question?
I think I got Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
I did like a spoiler warning for my channel, like when I first did it, and I was doing some like movie reviews.
Yeah.
And my spoiler review, I was thinking like, what's the greatest horror spoiler that I can use here that's like well known?
Sleepaway Camp's pretty goddamn good.
Sleepaway Camp's pretty good. I went with Sixth Sense though.
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
Because that whole movie, I don't know. It's again a different. Like that whole movie is like about the ending, sort of, right?
Yeah. Hello to Keith, by the way. I've never seen.
Hey, Donners. I've actually met you. It's the first time I've ever been on stream with you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hey Keith, what's up?
Yeah,
My fucking night is going to be filled now with fucking him and his fucking masturbation face.
Exactly. You're gonna be having nightmares tonight.
You know it. I guarantee you. Ellen's going to wake up beside me tomorrow and she'll be like, "Hey, baby," and I was like, "Get the fuck away from me."
Exactly. I've seen the ending of Sleepaway Camp. I want none of this.
Where's
Still
Mark?
haven't seen that film.
Where's who now?
Mark and
I still
Dave.
haven't seen the film.
You haven't seen Sleepaway Camp?
No.
Oh, dude.
Shit.
I know it's ended.
You know the story. Yeah, you know
I know
that.
the ending. Yeah.
Ooh, Pamela's the killer in Friday the 13th.
That's a pretty good spoiler.
That's a pretty good one too.
Because that's a big whodunit movie all the way throughout, you know? That's a pretty good one. Kudos on that one, Destin.
What about April Fool's Day, not knowing if it's a joke or not?
I mean,
if you've never seen April Fool's Day and they're like, "Oh, it's a pretty good horror movie, but it's all for April Fool's
exactly,
Day. Like none of the murders really happen."
How about Halloween Resurrection when you find out Michael Myers is fucking Busta Rhymes?
Oh yeah. When you find out just how good a karate master Busta Rhymes really
that's
is.
A bitch, man.
That'd be a great way to spoil Halloween Kills, is if like the last scene is Busta Rhymes going like trick or treat, motherfucker, and then he roundhouse kicks him. That's what kills him, right?
How terrible is it? Trick or treat, motherfucker. So stupid. Oh God, that's awful.
Dude, I kind of like stupid lines like that though. Like
or they remake it with the masturbation scene. He's like, trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. And Michael Myers is like, okay, you win. I'm out, dude. Fuck this. I don't need to be touching you while you're masturbating, Audi.
Are you guys going to go see Halloween Kills?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good.
Oh, high tension spoiler. Excellent.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Oh, and it already has a masturbation scene.
Oh, yeah, it does. So
Spoiler,
no
spoiler.
dick jerking though. So
There's no dick jerking, but there is clam fingering.
there is like some clam-handedness happening. That is correct.
You put that so eloquently.
Wow. Wow.
You sick fuckers.
There's beam,
How come this
beam
happens on
flicking.
my channel? Like, why don't
Yeah.
on Cody's channel? It's like all clean.
I was
and
opening
we're
my
all
computer up and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I know, right? It's like a Sunday service when we usually stream, and now we're talking about fucking all sorts of crazy shit. Clam-handedness and
Headless clam fingering.
yeah, clam fingering.
There you go. You're talking about a twist ending to be spoiled. Cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that
The
would pretty much
the film that started all the masturbation talk.
I know, right? Come full
Frickin'
circle.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Mm.
That's an interesting question though.
It is.
Is that movie officially the worst remake of all time?
Well, I think that's how we were discussing it. We were saying the only reason it's not the worst is because of Vince Vaughn's amazing masturbation scene. Or like that's what saved it.
I watched that movie once. And
Like you don't see Jackie Earl Haley jacking it in the Nightmare remake.
I mean,
it depends on what cut you get.
Oh,
that's true.
Yeah. If you get the
you get
masturbation cut,
the circumcised version, then he doesn't masturbate. But
Yeah.
if you get that uncircumcised director's cut, damn.
Yeah.
You get the shaft, the tip, the whole damn thing.
Yeah, man. You get the balls, the whole thing for $3,000. That was a Jaws reference, in case I'm sure no one understood that, but and Sharney's saying, didn't we start with House of Wax? That might have tipped things off, but I think it was Vince Vaughn jerking it in the remake that really got us going. I'm with you, John. I only saw that once in the theater, first time, and I haven't watched it since.
yeah, I watched it. I knew it sucked, and I never watched it again.
I still think when it comes to worst remakes, the Fog keeps coming back. It's such a bad fucking remake.
I've never watched that, and I've never heard one person ever say anything good about that movie.
No.
The uncircumcised cut with the yeah, I will. I like it.
Wow.
I have not seen the Fog remake either. Yeah, I have not seen that. But I saw Suspiria. Suspiria, I feel like for me, maybe the worst remake. Maybe not the worst movie, but one of the worst remakes. If you go from original and you go to the remake,
that's another one, man. I hated that goddamn movie. It was terrible. I did not like that at all.
I think if they edited it down so that it didn't feel like the filmmakers were just fucking jerking off the whole time.
Yeah.
I think like it would have been much better, but it felt pretentious to me. And they took like all the things about Suspiria that aren't good, which is the story. Like you lost all the things that were amazing, which was the style and the atmosphere, right?
And the lighting.
Yeah, well, that's part of the atmosphere.
Just the way the ending of that movie was shot just pissed me off. I just didn't like the way it was shot. I didn't like the way it looked. I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't like it at all.
The ending, I think, came like 2 hours too late. It was the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think I come up with another terrible remake as well. No one's actually mentioned it. Prom Night.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
I never watched it.
That's not a good remake.
I love Prom Night.
I don't even think I think Prom Night's okay, but I don't even think that's like I really even like that one too much.
It's definitely not high on my favorite list.
It's okay.
But I do like Prom Night.
Yeah.
There's a bit in Prom Night where Jamie Lee Curtis is dancing for what feels like an hour. It feels like you're watching Saturday Night Live or something. Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I have not seen that remake.
I like it when the killer goes. That noise makes the movie for me.
Though in New York Ripper, there's a lot of a killer makes a noise similar to that. What if they remade that New York Ripper
with a masturbation scene?
Yeah,
I feel like any if they remade like any Fulci movie, it would be like they would fuck it up because they would take the nonsensical story and try to tell that and like lose all of the great shit that Fulci brings to it. You know what I mean?
Did I hear that they're remaking The Exorcist?
Oh yeah, I thought we were talking about that a little earlier. I think.
I don't think that's a remake. I'm nearly sure it's a sequel. I do.
Yeah. I knew I heard somewhere along the line. I heard somebody talking about that, but I never knew anything about it.
Now that whole franchise to me is 2 movies, and so I know there was like a series for a while, and then there was like there was like a prequel and then a remake of the prequel, right, or something like that.
I heard
there's 2 different cuts of the prequel.
I think what Dominion
directed by 2 different people.
That's weird. That sounds like 2 movies.
Dominion in the beginning, you're right. That was the one. It was a different director.
Yeah.
I love this 976 Evil Media book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, I have that slipcover on my release, but it's not a media book.
You do?
Oh, yes. Eureka.
Yeah, the Eureka one.
Why don't I have that?
Oh, no, it's a beautiful slipcover, though.
I have the stupid edition.
I have the cool edition, but it's gonna be downgraded to the super edition when the media book comes out.
That sounds like something that would be legit for Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. The
yeah. Even stupider. Let's see. Wild Will says, "Yeah, Fog remake worst, one of the worst ever." Did you see When a Stranger Calls remake?
I actually like that.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I like that.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was okay.
Yeah. But see, we're talking about remakes. Ghostbusters.
Oh, with the
I did not hate it.
Hey, John, do you play music? You look like a musician.
Why did you just say that?
Death Central.
I played guitar most of my teens and my early 20s, and I don't play anymore.
But you still have the guitar hair.
I do
still a big music fan.
I am I'm a metalhead.
Just saw Megadeth, man.
Saw Megadeth 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whoa, Megadeth 2 weeks ago.
No.
That's on like with Lamb of God, right? And fucking
Trivia, Lamb of God, Hatebreed, Megadeth.
Hell yeah.
It was fantastic. It was a great show. Dude, you scared the shit out of me. My son's over here like hiding on the couch. I kept thinking I'm hearing something. He's over here looking at me.
Now, did they actually remake Stage Fright?
You're a sneaky little bastard.
There's multiple movies named Stage Fright.
Right.
What's up?
Yeah, there's at least two different movies.
I like the Owl Mask Stage Fright.
And then there was a musical Stage Fright too that has Meatloaf in it.
All right.
But that's definitely not a remake of the other Stage Fright.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know. I don't know if I've seen the remake.
All right, folks. Look, it's getting late over here. I'm gonna have to head. And I just wanted to pop in just to say a quick hello.
Well, it was more than a quick hello, and I appreciate you coming in when you did. So thank you, sir.
Nice meeting
you. Okay, again, John. Sorry, it wasn't in a bit longer, but it was great to meet you.
That's all right, brother.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, sir.
All right, thanks again, Keith. Have a good night.
Be well, man.
Bye.
Pardon me.
Yeah, Keith's always fun to stream with.
So where the hell's Dave and Mark tonight?
No idea, man. I put the feelers out.
Dave went with his family to somewhere.
Oh,
Today he sent
Family
me a
time?
picture of him on a roller coaster and saying I'm getting too old for this shit.
I can't do that shit anymore either.
Roller coasters?
Yeah.
Trying to
When I
remember the
was
last
younger-
roller coaster I went on.
Oh no, he said it in the chat, I think.
When I was younger, I used to ride anything and everything that I saw and never had a problem with it. And a few years ago, I got on a ride, like a little friggin' piece of shit ride in Ocean City, and
Yeah.
it fucked me all up. I was like, all right, I guess I'm officially done with this shit.
I don't like any of the like just straight spinny
Yeah.
rides. Like roller coasters are fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. But just the spinny shit, I'm not really into.
See, that's what sucks because you're absolutely right. Roller coasters are fun,
Yeah.
but I just can't do it anymore. It messes me all up, all that kind of shit. I guess I'm officially retired.
You should just get a motorcycle, dude.
Yeah,
Like a roller
that's all.
coaster every time you ride it. It's like a roller coaster without the coaster.
Yeah. I just drive the car fast.
I don't know where he went. He went somewhere with a roller coaster. I can't find it.
I just
John, have you been able to do a horror movie every day this month so far?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, not even close.
I've been watching a lot of shit on AMC while I've been working.
Okay.
I've been working a lot the last couple of weeks, and tomorrow night is it. After the people check out, we're going to be closed, and then we got to start closing up the hotel. And after about 2 weeks, I'll be done for 6 months.
Nice.
I'm done for the rest of the month on Monday. I'm taking the rest of the month off, so
That's awesome.
but it's not 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months sounds a lot longer than the rest of October. But I could be wrong.
I'm hoping that the way that it works out is on the Thursday before we leave for Scarefest. I'm done.
Well, so you guys are all planning on meeting up still? I like it.
Yeah, we're definitely going.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah. I was
That'll
on
be
the
good
fence
time.
because of this goddamn Delta variant bullshit. I was worried, but I decided, you know what? Fuck it, we're going.
I only know one person who died from COVID,
Yeah.
and he was a YouTube friend. Vance Capley, who had he was like an artist. He bought all those Godzilla shirts from him and stuff.
It's awful.
He passed away, which was really sad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I haven't known a lot of other people. I know a lot of people have been sick that have gotten it. All right, Kevin, have a good one, dude. Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Peace out.
I've known a few people who've had it, but I don't know anybody who's died.
Yeah, but that was pretty recently, so that was like still happening.
That's a bummer, dude. That sucks.
But I still think you guys should go. I think that's awesome that you're going to be able to hang out with each other and meet.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him.
I actually died from COVID, but then I got the vaccine and I was cured. So get your vaccine, people. Make sure to get vaccinated.
Yeah. After I was stuck to the refrigerator for like a month, but once I broke off of the refrigerator, it's been great.
I don't know what that
All
means.
the magnetism, yeah.
The magnets.
And every time I walked through the grocery store, they kept like I'd try to buy something.
Beep it, or you beep off. You'd pay for your stuff, and then you walk through the things, and they'd go off.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'd be like, "Let me see your receipt," and you're like, "Dude, it's the vaccine. I'm telling you."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, I need to see your receipt." And then they check everything off, and okay, you're good to go. And then you're like, "I fucking told you it was the vaccine."
It cracks me up that there's people out there who actually think the government gives a shit about them enough to track them.
I'm like, dude, do you have a cell phone? You're already fucking being tracked by the government.
Have you guys watched the new VHS yet?
Yeah.
I
I
didn't even know
watched
about
half of it and then fell asleep. I fell asleep during the halfway through the subtitled episode of the anthology.
Okay.
Where is that?
It's on Shudder.
Those
VHS
on-
94.
It's on Shudder.
I didn't even know that was
And
out
it's
there.
on my streaming box.
And it's on
Everything's
his
on your
double
streaming
streaming box. I liked it. the pacing, there is some pacing issues, but
Does it get better after the subtitle episode?
I like the subtitle episode was the one with the doctor. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Is it
Replace
anywhere
putting
near as good as
heads,
the first one?
putting a human head on a metal spider
Dude,
legs.
the end of that is way better than the beginning, so it gets even better just at the end of that
I
segment.
fell asleep during the middle of it, so
That's one of the pacing issues. Was that story?
it.
Yeah,
Were you two a fan of the movie Creep?
I loved it, dude.
I
have not
Creep
seen
and Creep
there's
too.
a British movie Creep that's like takes place in a subway station or some shit that I keep hearing people talking about, and I haven't watched that one, but I like.
I've seen both.
I do like the second one. I do like Creep too, but I don't like it anywhere near as much as the first one.
No, I like it near as much as the first one, but not more than.
I love the first one.
Yeah, I love the first one. I really enjoyed the sequel too, and there's going to be a third one of those.
Ooh.
I read an interview with Mark Duplass, and he said that they've already written Creep 3 twice and thrown it away.
They should have just written it the once. They should have just written it right the first time.
Yeah, I agree.
What's wrong with those guys?
But that's the problem. He said he writes. Him and somebody else are writing this movie. They sit down, they write it, and then they go, "That's not good enough," and they throw it away and scrap it and just start again.
I mean, I
So
think that's the process.
Yeah. But he said that they've written it from beginning to end twice and thrown it away twice.
I mean, usually you would write something and then like keep revising that initial thing. But
yeah,
I'm happy that they're not just going to release a piece of shit, though.
Me too. Another one that I discovered watching Netflix that I liked a lot. Did you ever watch Contracted?
Yeah, and the sequel.
I loved both of them too.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah.
You know what I watched on Netflix? Squid Game. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched that.
Talk about
few people
spoilers.
told me that was great. Was it really good?
It was really good. And there's
Should we spoil? Should we tell the spoiler of Squid Game?
You should not.
The guy sitting right there on my couch watched it too. My son. He watched it. He loved it.
I liked it. Yeah,
I loved it.
But there was definitely a pretty big spoiler, so we should not talk about that spoiler.
Does it involve Luke Skywalker?
Well, the spoiler is it wasn't his dick he was jerking. No.
Does it involve Kaiser Sosa?
Yeah, you know that dude who's limping in part of the movie? He actually doesn't even limp. No,
I'm not going to say that, but I will tell you that Kylo Ren is involved.
Nice. Are you guys Star Wars fans?
Oh yeah. I mean, I grew up, you know.
I still have not watched The Rise of Skywalker.
I watched it. I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it enough.
I have it, but I haven't watched it. That's the only Star Wars movie that I did not see in the movie theater, and I still haven't watched it.
Did you see Solo?
I saw Solo.
I don't consider them Star Wars movies.
I don't really consider it a Star Wars movie either, but I saw it.
Solo and Rogue One, they're not Star Wars movies.
Rogue One was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I liked it actually. And it was like it really was like a part of the original story, right?
Didn't it leave off right at the beginning of Star Wars?
New Hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Craig's back and Craig says Solo is rad. I thought it was a fun heist movie, you know. It was okay.
Needed more masturbation.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
It's called Solo, for God's sake.
I know. I mean, you make a movie called Solo.
What else
with zero masturbation.
I think it was maybe Will earlier was saying, or maybe it was Dan. I don't remember. Someone said like The Jerk. They should remake that, but with more masturbation, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I recommend Squid Game. That was a good show. It was a good show.
Except
There's
for
a
that
bunch of shit
spoiler.
that I want to watch. There's so much shit that I want to watch. I'm like paralyzed by decision making.
I'm paralyzed by those fucking fries you're eating. You're making me goddamn hungry.
Yeah.
My dinner.
I don't care.
It's my last Saturday night dinner.
It's my last meal. McDonald's fries. I'm gonna die a happy man.
It's going to be all over.
Yeah, I thought. What else have you been watching, John?
Today I watched Silver Bullet.
Oh,
Great.
classic.
I watched the remake of Carrie.
Okay.
I
I've rewatched that.
I think, you know what? The more I watch, the more often that I've watched that movie, I almost realize that they just shouldn't even have made that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of the worst remakes.
It's
Have
not
you ever
one of the
watched
worst
the
remakes.
TV movie remake starring Angela Bettis as Carrie?
I have not watched that. And I didn't watch The Rage either. What's up, Rick? Silver Bullet's great.
Yeah, Silver Bullet is Craig's favorite.
Yeah, so today I watched, like I said, Silver Bullet. I watched the remake of Carrie. I watched the ending of The Shining today.
Okay.
It's hard to watch that shit when I'm at work. I'm trying to think of what else I've watched in the last week or two. Halloween. The other day there was a Halloween marathon on. I've never seen those movies before.
Hello, what now?
Yeah.
What are they called?
Yeah, exactly.
What word are you saying? I don't understand.
Oh, is that the one with the masks? Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, he was trying to kill his sister.
Oh no, I was thinking the haunted Stonehenge masks. But
Turns out that's not his sister.
Wasn't that a kung fu movie starring Buster Rhymes?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I watched True Romance the other day with Michael.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
I was telling him about that movie, and for some reason it was just on my mind, and we watched it. He wasn't.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, Arrow just came out with a 4K release of that.
I do want to get that.
They just released a 4K big set of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have it on DVD.
Orbit DVD has those in stock, I think.
Yeah. But he wasn't real psyched about watching it because of what it was called. And I was like, dude, do you think for 1 second that your father's going to sit down and watch a romantic movie with you?
Yeah,
exactly. Just give it a chance.
But then he liked it.
When it was over, he looked at me and goes, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. That was great, man.
Yeah. I love that flick, man.
But I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah. That was the first time I've watched it in several years.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, it was the first time I'd seen Balky Bartokomous, the actor who plays him in a role other than Balky Bartokomous.
Yeah,
didn't you ever watch him in? Did you watch him in
Beverly Hills Cop?
The Langoliers?
I don't think I've seen the Langoliers.
I have seen parts of the Langoliers, but never the whole thing. What have you guys been watching? Anything good? I know, Ben, you watch movies constantly.
I've watched at least one per day here during October. I started watching the new season of Creepshow on Shudder last night.
I watched that too.
Let's see. I don't even remember everything I watched, so I'm going to look at my Instagram because I've been posting.
I watched Werewolf Within on Netflix today. I watched 4K.
I really like that one.
4K They Live last night.
I watched that a few nights ago. I watched Chopping Mall.
I know. Can you show me the robot?
Yeah,
the Killbot. I haven't got mine. Mine's in my city, so I'm getting it probably soon. Yeah. But Monday's a holiday because it's our Thanksgiving, so there's no.
Did he post that in our chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I know. I thought I saw it recently, but I didn't
posted it in our chat and on Instagram.
Okay.
Let me go.
Oh, so it's a fair size.
Yeah, it's not tiny. This is the little base.
I like the base.
Yeah, part brick, part cement with the little blood track on there.
What's underneath the base, the bottom of the base?
It's a sign, and it says homemade horror on it.
Nice touch.
And then this has articulating head.
Cool.
Spins all the way around and comes out.
Nice.
And you can poke people in the eye with it.
And your arms were both secure on it when it shipped?
Yep.
Yeah, because did you see his post with showing a broken one? Like, yo, dudes, if you get your killbots and an arm's broken off, just crazy glue it back on.
Did he post that today?
No.
I don't see his post then. But yeah, definitely a really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's like, it's a thing that it's not, I wouldn't call it perfect, but I call it perfect for what it is. I like it. I like that you can tell that it's handmade, you know? In this case.
Nice.
It's not like it's not shitty. It's just not perfect.
Is it plastic? Is it made out of plastic?
It feels like it's cast in like a resin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, he's cool though.
Thanks for showing that.
Yeah, you're gonna dig it, dude.
I can't wait to dig it.
Yeah, so I watched Chopping Mall. Popcorn. Did I say popcorn?
Nope.
I watched Popcorn.
Sweet.
That's a good one.
I think we were just talking about that on one of the streams.
I like popcorn.
Drag Me to Hell.
Nice.
I haven't seen that in years either.
I haven't seen it for quite a while.
Mm.
Rick's saying the movie is meh. I love the movie, but of course it's cheesy as shit, so I understand why people wouldn't like it.
What is it?
Chopping Mall.
Oh.
Yeah. Pieces. I watched that. Classic.
I
Love
put that
Pieces.
on the
Talk
other night.
about
when I was
surprise
in bed.
twist endings.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I haven't seen Pieces in years. The other night I put it on when I got in bed and fell asleep immediately.
Pieces is great, man.
Yeah.
I watched The
really
Mutilator.
did.
Have you seen The Mutilator?
Uh-uh.
You've never seen The Mutilator?
Nope.
Oh man, Mutilator is not a great movie, but it's got really good kills in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're Beetlejuice. They're Beetle Snake.
I watched the Beetlejuice 4K this month as well.
My family has never seen Beetlejuice.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
I watched it. Yeah, like I said, just a little while ago, and I also Edward Scissorhands. And they were both movies I hadn't watched since they came out, really. So it had been decades.
I bet you I haven't watched Edward Scissorhands. Same thing. Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice 20 years, I bet.
Yeah, I picked both of them up recently.
There's a Scissorhands 4K steelbook out too, isn't there? Don't I remember seeing that somewhere?
It's not out in 4K yet.
I thought I remembered seeing that somewhere. Maybe
They
I just
did like an anniversary release of it that was a steelbook. But
that's probably what I saw.
Yeah. Craig says Fall Break sucks, which is the Mutilator. And yeah, it's not a good movie, but it's got great kills and cool gore scenes, man. And its badness for me is kind of charming in a way. It's ridiculous.
I did finally break down and order all the friggin' Halloween 4Ks.
I still have to do that. I haven't broken down quite yet.
Because I absolutely, definitely don't own those movies enough times.
Yeah, nowhere near.
Yeah.
I will get them, but I hear you, dude.
I got an email from Amazon that they're all going to be delivered sooner than they expected. I think one of them actually might be here tomorrow. I don't remember which one, but I think they're going to. What's up, Brad? I think one is supposed to be here tomorrow.
Which one?
I want to say it was Halloween 2, but I'm not positive.
I know the Sacred Bones ones are not getting released until the 15th.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got their Scream Factory ones early. I think stores fucked up and put them out early or something.
I know that Wet Movie 1 last week he did his hoarding up video that he puts out every Tuesday, and he bought 3 of them. There were 3 copies of the first Halloween in his Best Buy, and he bought all 3 of them. They definitely were not out yet.
Yeah.
I looked at my theater today. There's 2 showings of Halloween Kills on Thursday. So I'm definitely going to see that on Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm curious what that's going to be like around here. I wonder if there'll be a lot of people in the theater for that one.
Well, they're still announcing everywhere that it's, being released on June 15th. Not June. Jesus Christ. What month are we in?
Damn.
On October 15th. And it's coming out here on the 14th. Well, Regal Cinema always plays moderately big releases on the Thursday before. The night before, they usually play one around 7 o'clock and then another around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was pretty positive that this was going to be big enough for that. And I looked today, and it is. It's 7:10 Thursday night, I think, is when I'm going.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Are
I
you
can't
gonna,
wait.
are you gonna do like a review right off the bat? You should do an initial reaction review of it.
I should do a review from the front of the theater.
You should do it during the movie. Do a live stream where you're just like, you got the thing on, you got like some like light here, and you're just like,
Yeah. Just a live reaction of me sitting in
yeah.
the dark. All I can see is like the glow in my eyes and on my teeth.
Exactly. Everyone around you is just like, yeah,
Just generally just annoyed.
yeah.
Shut up.
People are pretty good in theaters now around here, at least when I go to the movies.
What's that?
People are pretty good usually when I go to the movies these days.
You go a lot too, don't you?
I don't really go that much. I go to some movies I want to see on the big screen, but I don't go that often.
The only two movies that have slipped by me since movie theaters opened again, I wanted to see Old really bad, and I didn't get to The Forever Purge. I wanted to go see that too, and I didn't get there.
There's a lot of Purge movies I have not seen yet.
I have not seen the third one or the fourth one. Election Year and the first Purge.
I think I've seen the first one and the Meet the Blacks, which was a surprise Purge movie. And then that was it.
The second Purge movie was pretty good.
Let's see. Craig is saying, go into the movies, film it in the dark, and say Halloween Kills his dog shit. 10 minutes, and you'll get like 5,000 views the easy way. That is true.
That's probably true.
That is absolutely true. Oh shit, Rick's turning 86. Damn. Still got you beat by like over 900 years though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. It'll be good.
Do you think you're going to get there this weekend?
No, because I got some shit to do for. You mean like this weekend we're in?
Yeah.
Is it even open?
Oh Christ! No, fuck, dude. I forget what day it is. Yeah. That's how bad it is.
I will definitely not get there this weekend.
No, me neither. I am definitely not going this weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend. Do you think you're going to go next weekend?
I might go earlier if it's showing. Let me do a quick search here. Because I'm taking that time off of work, so
when's your last day of work going to be?
Tomorrow. I got to finish some shit before I actually take my vacation.
Good. What's up, Seth?
All right. I'm just checking the show times, but it sounds like Seth is back. What's up, dude?
Yeah, he's there. Brad said that him and Bill are going to do a review from the theater or from the car.
I believe it. I like those initial reaction reviews where you don't really get a chance to like think too hard. You just like get them right off the yeah. And if you can do a good one of those that is like, spoiler free, then that's kind of the best.
I see Brad sitting there. He's saying that his Thursday showings are usually midnight or 10 p.m. That's what everybody says. Mine are earlier than that. Mine are like typical movie times. They're not crazy like that.
I might go this Thursday at 7 p.m. too. Oh, I might go at 10 p.m. That sounds more my speed. 7 p.m. is a little early.
I like 7 o'clock. 7:30. That's what I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I'll probably see it this Thursday actually.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, nice.
Can't see the times though. It's too much glare. Yeah, it's playing at 7:10 and 8 p.m. So clearly it's playing in two different movie theaters, unless it's the shortest Halloween movie ever.
Yeah. Have you seen Beyond Reanimator, John?
I've seen all three of the Reanimator movies, but those are other ones that it's been a long time since I've watched them.
I've not seen Beyond Reanimator yet. I picked it up and I have it in my watch pile for this month, but I have not watched it yet.
Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. I remember both of those sequels being pretty good, but neither one of them being anywhere near as good as the first one was.
I like Bride a lot. I thought Bride Reanimator was a super fun follow-up to the original.
Get out of here.
Get over here.
Yes, Craig, I do believe Gruden is still our coach. I don't even know the ins and outs of exactly what happened with him, other than he said something he shouldn't have said. Just like every other human on Earth, but in today's media, it's getting blown out of proportion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that a football coach or some shit?
Yeah, Raiders coach.
Okay. They're not in Oakland.
Apparently, he said something about, I think, another coach. He said something about someone else in an email that was not the nicest thing in the world. But now it's all over the news, the sports news anyway. My wife said something to me about it last night. I said, Janae, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. So, whatever.
Calvin, what's up, Calvin?
What's up, Calvin?
Craig is saying kickball coach. I believe it. Rick says he's got the dope limited edition for Bride of Reanimator. I got that one too. That's a beauty.
Yeah, you got that. Didn't you try and get? Didn't you, Ben, try and get Reanimator, and you wound up a Bride or something?
Yeah, that's what happened to Tony.
Okay.
I said he was selling some of his Arrow stuff, and I said I'll buy the Reanimator, and he sent me the Bride, but I already had it, so I ended up selling it to Hayes, not Devon Graham, who has then now sold all of his collection, and that is where I got this. So we we did like a big weird circle there. And
Andrew sold his whole collection.
He did, and now he's buying everything again. Well, Horton Tosh did that too.
Yeah, that's what Tony did.
I can't see myself doing that.
What is the reasoning behind that people do that?
Well, now the reason I don't fully understand. Hey, is not Devon Graham doing it? I understand his reason for saying it, but it was pretty recent, and then he's rebuying them all, so I don't quite understand. But he was saying like he just didn't feel like he needed the physical copies to enjoy the movies if he could watch them streaming, so he was getting rid of stuff.
Okay.
But now because he didn't want a bunch of shit around, but now he's buying a bunch of shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because I know Tony was doing the same thing. He sold everything he had, and then he started buying them again.
Now I feel like Tony is a guy that likes the thrill of the hunt. I think he likes searching for deals and buying stuff, as a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So I feel like he sold it and then maybe like is having fun rebuilding it.
Yeah.
I know when Hazen at Devon Graham has done 2 new horror hall videos, I believe only 2, but he's buying cheaper stuff. He's not interested in buying like the nice limited edition rare shit. He just wants the movie in a physical format, I believe. The cheapest he can get it.
God, I would have a hard time parting with my collection.
I bet you could find 300 DVDs that you'd want to sell if someone would give you $5 each for them.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Dude, I have so many fucking Dollar Tree movies. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have so many friggin' movies that chances are I'm never going to watch.
Yeah.
But I would have a hard time just parting with my collection.
I mostly buy like more boutique stuff these days.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, that's the way to go, right?
Plus, like, if you sell all your collection, what the hell are you going to put on all those shelves?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
My knuckle fingers that I've then become addicted
do you
to.
Do you sell all your shelving units too, and be like, okay, might as well get rid of these now?
Yeah, I'd have no use for them.
Rick is saying that his not Devon Graham was against streaming. That is correct. he was completely anti-streaming for a while.
Oh, fuck that! I'll buy them, stream them, everything else.
Yeah, well, I will too. And he has since come around on that, so he has quite a digital collection now. I know I've given him a lot of my digital codes.
Something goofy happened with the. I used to have Vudu.
Yeah.
And I have tons of stuff in my Vudu account, a couple hundred movies in there. But then I think they changed to movies anywhere, maybe.
Yeah.
And I haven't messed with it.
Well, I think Voodoo is still Voodoo, isn't it? But a lot of the digital codes are movies anywhere or some shit. I don't either, to be honest.
I stopped messing.
But yeah, I think I don't know.
It's crazy the way that I got into doing the digital code things because I never really did them. And then years after I was collecting and I had all these digital codes built up that I'd never downloaded or used, I went into the hospital for my diverticulitis, and all I had was a laptop, and I didn't have shit to watch. It was an old used laptop that I used to have years and years ago, and it would only play some of my DVDs. It had a DVD drive in it, but it wouldn't play all of them. It only played some of them. And that was when I went, you know what would be really cool right now? If I had those fucking digital codes in my laptop.
Yeah.
And
that would be cool.
When I got out of the hospital, I came home and went through my whole collection and started putting digital codes into that Voodoo thing. Just in case I had to go back into the hospital again.
I can probably count the digital codes I've redeemed on one hand, possibly on two fingers.
Yeah, I have hundreds, a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, usually if I have the physical copy, I really don't. I know there's not really a good scenario for me that I will be watching a movie when I'm not at home or there's not some other option, you know?
Yeah. It's been a very rare occasion that I've used those codes.
But I've never had diverticulitis. What did you call it?
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulitis.
I've never had that, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't want that. Trust me. You don't want that physically or digitally. You don't want
that. I'll remember that.
Yeah, you don't want no part of that. It's horrific.
I've never had that.
It's awful.
I had my first colonoscopy, and they said before I went in, they're like, if we see a polyp, we might take a biopsy. And then I woke up from the colonoscopy, and I'm like, did you take a polyp? And they're like, no, you had no polyps. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm polyp free.
Yeah. I've had 3 colonoscopies, and it's primarily because I have diverticulitis and because my father died of cancer. So now I go, I think you're supposed to start getting them at age 50, and I've already had 3 of them.
And how old are you? 68?
I just turned 50.
Oh.
68. Christ. Thanks. I look good for my age, I guess. I don't know.
No, I was going to say you look about 68.
I was being generous. You look kind of 80 years old, but.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That diverticulitis shit is no joke, man. Not good.
But they have medication you take for it?
Antibiotics.
Really?
Yeah, when it flares up, all I can do is take antibiotics. The only way there is no quote unquote cure for diverticulitis.
And once you have it, you have it?
Yep. And the only thing that you can do is get a surgery, and they remove all in my case, they said it was about 18 inches of my intestine they would take out.
Nasty.
Yeah, I don't want that. Because if that goes sideways, you got a whole other handful of problems. Yeah, that's right. He said that's what Brock Lesnar had. Do you remember that, Phil, a couple years ago when he disappeared for years and years and years? It was diverticulitis.
And then he was in that one fight where he got hit to the stomach or whatever, and then he just basically grabbed his stomach and went down.
Yep.
I mean, that's the story of his life. Like, I don't know. No, I can't say that, but his UFC career was such that, he was hyped up like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Then he tapped out, right, pretty quick in his first fight.
Frank Mir?
Yeah, Frank Mir. Yeah, and then he won the second one or some shit. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of hype for a guy, I think, who tests so goddamn dirty for steroids all the time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
And it's crazy too, because he's a fucking freak accident. Or accident. She's athlete.
He's an accident.
Yeah, he is an accident. But he's such a freak.
He's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like a friggin' shaved gorilla.
Yeah, does.
It's just unbelievable. And then you find out, oh, he looks like that because he's pumping semen into his
and he smells like one too.
It's terrible.
Well, he will. I mean, he probably started out pretty big and athletic, and then just get a bunch of juice.
I'm sure, and now he just looks like a freak show. Big long gorilla arms. It's ridiculous.
I'm also not super impressed with like great athletes who test positive for performance enhancers.
No,
even though everyone's doing them, I feel pretty confident that most professional sports people are doing some kind of supplementing, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yes, remember back when we were younger, athletes looked like men. They didn't look like this. Somebody carved them out of a rock.
That's true, but I mean, I don't know. People have been doing steroids and shit for years, right?
Oh yeah.
Is there a boutique release of the Prowler that's dope? I know Scream Factory did a release.
There's a Scream Factory. That's the one I have.
I've actually never seen the Prowler. I started watching it once and I got bored.
Oh, yeah, it's not fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I hear it has good kills though.
What's that?
I hear it has good kills.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen a few of the kills.
Hey, I wasn't blown away by that movie. It's all right. I bought it because I found it on, I think it may have even been like Hamilton book, and it wasn't expensive. And I've heard a million people talking about it, and I never saw it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. And I wasn't nuts about it.
Yep.
I agree with Craig on that one. Now, Seth is saying the Prowler is great. The gore is top notch. I will give the Prowler a pass to watch again at some point, because movies that I just get bored with, on another day I could not be bored with them.
I'm the same way. I would like to go back and watch a lot of stuff too that I wasn't crazy about. And then there's stuff that I loved, and I've gone back and watched. I'm like, maybe I don't love it so much. That's
kind of how like Tales for the Dark Side was for me, if I'm being honest. Like, well, I remember watching it as a kid, and I loved it on TV, and I got the sets, and I'm like, these just aren't like really that good episodes. You know what I mean? Like, definitely
okay,
not.
Guys, on that note, I'm peacing out. I got to go to bed.
All right, Phil. Well, thanks for hanging out, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Phil. Love you too, man.
Good night, dude.
Believe it or not, I've never seen a single episode of Tales from the Dark Side. Never saw it.
Well,
never saw Tales from the Crypt.
What? Now that's some good shit.
I saw Tales from the Crypt, like the complete series, on sale in FYE, and didn't buy it. I almost bought it and I didn't buy it.
You should buy that. Yeah. I love that the later episode, the last season kind of sucks, but
yeah,
I still love it. And that was a great show, man.
Tales from the Dark Side, yeah, that's supposed to be dope too. That's what I've heard.
Well, that's the one I was talking about. That's the TV show that didn't hold up for me.
You know what? I think I saw that for, I want to say it was only like $40 in FYE for the whole series.
I did like the movie though.
Yeah, I've heard that was really good.
I saw Seth did a review of a Tales from the Dark Side episode a while back.
Yeah. Seth did a review of a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of a single episode.
I see some people review episodes of TV shows.
Yeah.
And just because of my fucking OCD bullshit mind that I have, that would fuck me all up. Because I would review one episode and I'm like, all right, well, screw it. Now I got to do every episode of all 9 seasons of this goddamn show now. So I can't let myself go down that road.
That's what Jim's Reviews from the Grave is doing. They just started doing the Tales from the Crypt episodes.
I
And they're doing Creep Show as well.
I got a notification of them doing one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
When was the last time you did a review, John?
A Quiet Place. Quiet Place 2.
Part 2, yeah.
Yeah. I want to start doing those again as very shortly after I get done working. I stopped doing them, not because I don't like them. I stopped doing them because the editing process for those is long.
Yeah.
And I work a lot. When I'm working, I work a lot.
Yeah.
And I also have a wife and 2 kids and a house and a lawn to mow and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard to keep pumping out content, period, when I'm working. And when it comes to videos that take a really long time to edit, like you can watch my video. It takes like the whole video from top to bottom is like 10 minutes long.
Oh, dude,
sometimes that shit takes like 4 hours to edit.
You're preaching to the choir, dude.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
I mean, it's only as rough as you want to make it. You can make it rough, or you can just like put out whatever.
Yeah, the way that I do it is rough. Seth, I watch his videos too. And the crazy thing is, when I watch, Seth is one of the guys that when I watch his content, I go, man, I bet you that took a long time to edit that fucking video.
I feel like it did, but I also know that Seth goes into those episodes pretty prepared.
Yeah.
So I think from start to finish, it probably does take a lot of time because there's, he has to think of all the shit to say. But once he's actually shooting, and he says the editing sucks.
Yeah, it's tough, man. When I'm watching him, and that's another thing that I kind of wanted to try and get away from. When I got to the point when I first started my channel, I was doing several movie reviews a week, and I was getting to the point where I wouldn't even watch a movie without the intention of reviewing it, and it would take me out of watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because I'd sit down to watch the movie with a notebook, and I'm watching the movie, and I got to pause. I'm like, yeah, I got to talk about that, and then I'll watch it.
That's not me, dude. I can't, I'm not a note taker, but I know a lot of people do. I always feel like a chump. Like, I do this IFC midnight stream with Night Watch Zone and Have Cheetah Will View.
Yeah,
every month.
He asked me one night last week. He said, "How many IFC movies do you have?" Because he's thinking about trying to get me in there too.
I bet you have a lot.
I probably do. I don't know off the top of my head, but I probably do.
But I mean, I feel like those guys have like notes and shit, and I just show up and I'm like, I watch it and everything.
Yeah. When you guys did the Human Centipede, what was that, last week or the week before?
Yeah.
That morning, before I went to work, I watched the Human Centipede because I fully intended to get on the stream with you guys. I came home from work and went to sleep. I couldn't stay awake.
I didn't even know you were supposed to be on that stream.
I wasn't supposed to be on it. But I watched the movie because it's been a few years since I watched it.
Yeah, me too.
And I wanted to be able to get in the chat and actually know. I didn't want to be like, I think that's what happened. I wanted to watch the movie again. And I watched it, and I loved it again.
I liked the first one, and I rewatched the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Except I watched the color version.
Oh, I never saw it in color.
Yeah, from the Scream Factory set. And that movie was lamer than I remember it. Because I remember thinking, that's an interesting follow-up to the first one.
Yeah.
And this time I'm watching and I'm like, it's just not really that interesting. It's a lot more. Weird. Yeah, I think it's worse in color, if I'm being honest. I think in black and white, it has a little more.
It's grimy.
It's grimy, but it also feels a little more, I don't know, artistic in a sense, Yeah,
it definitely, that's a very good way to put that. I agree. It definitely has a very artistic feel to it.
And if you strip that away by putting it in color, it just doesn't. So
I would assume, and like I said, I've never seen it in color, but I would assume that if you took that black and white element out of it, that would take away part of that movie's charm.
Now, someone told me that's the way to watch it. When I got that set, they're like, "Oh, the way to watch the sequel is in color," and I was like, "Okay, I didn't even know there was a color version." And I probably disagree, though. if I give it another watch, it'll be in black and white, and I'll see if I think it sucks. That's kind of like The Exorcist, same thing. Like I watched that and I was like, not really into it, and then I watched it and I was like, that was fucking awesome. And then I watched it again, and I'm like, just not too into it. And I think I was watching because I watched the two different cuts, and one of the cuts I really like, and the other one it drags like a motherfucker for me. That's the extendo cut.
That's one of those movies that I've watched. Michael's 14, and I've been watching horror movies with that boy. She's way too young. He's definitely was not old enough to be watching horror movies when I was watching horror movies with him. So, terrible father that I am. Once we watched The Exorcist, because he always heard me talk about how much I love The Exorcist.
Yeah.
He watched it, he's like, this movie's not scary.
Which version did you watch?
The one with her coming down the stairs backwards, the version that you've never seen before, whatever the hell that's considered to be.
That's like the extended one, right? I like the theatrical cut.
Yeah. Pacing
worked so much better for me.
He watched it and he was like, this is not scary. I was like, Michael, what do you mean this is not scary? I was like getting bent out of shape with him. I was like, yes, this is. I was trying to convince him, who wasn't scared, that what he was watching was scary. What's up, David?
David's in the house, and Wild Will is leaving, I believe. Have a good night, Wild Will.
Yeah,
and what's up, David?
Yeah, so Michael he was not impressed with The Exorcist at all.
And then there's some movies that are so like built up. Like imagine I could totally see a kid like who grew up hearing about how awesome Halloween was, like go to watch the original movie and be completely underwhelmed by today's like horror standards.
Yeah. Well, dude, even now I've seen Halloween so many times that even when I watch it now, it's like I love it. It's definitely my favorite horror movie. I love Halloween. But I could absolutely understand why somebody would watch that for the first time now. That movie's not scary.
Yeah.
I can definitely understand that. I think that there's elements in some of the Friday the 13th movies that are better than Halloween. I think that there are other slasher movies that I think are better than Halloween. There's like a lot of different things that I like more than Halloween, but Halloween for me is almost like a perfect storm that that's just the movie that I love.
Now, what slasher movie do you feel is on par with Halloween or better than?
Friday the 13th Part 4, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
That's the quintessential Friday the 13th movie.
Those first 4 Friday the 13th movies are so special to me. I love those movies so much. All 4 of them. And I love all 4 of those movies more than any Halloween movie that was ever made, except for maybe Halloween. I'm a very big fan of those first 4 Friday the 13th movies, man. I'm a huge fan of those movies.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I'm a fan of 6 and 7 too, actually.
Yeah. Well, 6 and 7 are good, but they're good, but they're not what those first 4 are. Those first 4 are like right in my wheelhouse. They were coming out year after year after year. When I was like that young, impressionable kid, I was like 12. It was like right there when I was becoming a big horror movie fan.
Yeah.
Those movies were coming out year after year after year. And I watched all 4 of those movies countless numbers of times when I was a kid.
And there was already a lot of like when I was a kid, I remember already there was lore about Jason in my mind before I watched my first Friday the 13th movie. You know what I mean? And I don't think I had that for like a Michael Myers.
When I watched my first Friday the 13th movie, I still remember it so clear, dude. I was small enough that me and my buddy were sitting in a chair in my mom's living room together. We fit in the chair together. We were little kids. And we watched the first Friday the 13th movie together. And it was before Friday the 13th Part 2 was out.
Yeah.
So it was like we were able to watch those movies as they came out in order. And I remember watching that Friday the 13th movie being so blown away. And when it was revealed at the end that the mother was the killer, me and him were like, holy shit. Yeah, those movies are just special to me, man. Love those.
Did you find yourself going back and going, didn't that little old lady throw a body through a fucking window or some shit?
I do that more so now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm old and my mind makes me friggin' analyze half of the shit that I watch. I do now, yeah.
Now, Seth did a video on some issues that he may have with the first Friday the 13th movie. And one of them was when Alice, that's the final girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Alice in that one, and Pamela Voorhees, they're cutting between them and they break like the 180-degree rule. So like when they show them in a wide open shot, they're like flipped from how the camera position was.
Yeah.
And I never noticed that. All the like however many times I've watched that movie, it never bothered me. Now then I was like, every time I watch it, that's gonna bug the shit out of me now.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
The one thing that happens in that movie that every time I see it now, I can't help but to look directly at it is when she gets her head chopped off.
Man hands, yeah.
And that's the only thing in that movie that now every time I watch it, I don't look at the effects. I don't like get caught up in what I'm watching. I always look directly at the hands. What's up, Joe? Yeah, every single time I look at that now.
Yeah, but you know, some women have man hands, so
yeah, man hands. Seinfeld.
Yeah, happens.
I just watched The Exorcist when I was a kid. I didn't find it scary. Yeah, man, Seth, my son did not think that The Exorcist was scary at all. It was upsetting for me.
I think there's also like a religious factor. I think Catholics find that movie a lot scarier than, say, atheists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was raised in a Catholic family. Maybe that's why it scared me so bad. Who the hell knows?
I was not raised in a Catholic family.
Oh, yeah, I was.
That's kind of like Alien is a scary movie and everything, but I wasn't scared. I saw that when I was a little kid, and I was not scared of it because I was like, that's in space. That's not here. If this was being filmed like in a house in the suburbs somewhere, then I'd be fucking freaked out. But and I think it's the same. I'm like, I don't really believe in demons, you know. So like,
how do you feel about? I know Cody's a big Phantasm fan. Are you a Phantasm fan?
I love Phantasm. Yeah,
me too. So do I.
But that's a goofy ass story.
That's one of my friggin' Mount Rushmore movies, probably. That's one of the movies that made me a horror fan.
They're showing that this month at Alamo Drafthouse. I'm going to try to go and see it on the big screen.
Yeah, you definitely should. And I watch that movie now, and part of that nostalgia of being scared is still there. But I remember watching that when I was a kid, and that movie scared the shit out of me. It scared me badly. It just feels. You just feel that sense of tension and dread in that movie.
I feel like you go into that movie and you feel like the late 70s, early 80s.
Absolutely.
It's like a little time capsule for me.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and it's just like, it has like great atmosphere. I love it.
Yeah, man. My neighbor across the street, I don't know if I ever told you that story before. My neighbor across the street had a relative that came to visit and brought a Betamax player.
Ooh.
And they had the movies I remember were Phantasm, Carrie, and Death Race 2000 were the three movies that I remember watching on that thing. And Carrie and Phantasm are very responsible for me becoming a horror movie fan. And I still love Death Race 2000 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those two movies, man, they had a lot to do with why I fell in love with watching horror movies.
I think Phantasm is another good example of a horror movie that if they were to remake it, they would retell the story, and the story is not what makes that the first Phantasm movie awesome. You know?
No, I could care less about the story.
Story's like,
It's just
put my hands in a box. Oh no, fucking Space Finger turned into a goddamn bug. But like, you know, like
the feel and like the score and just the atmosphere, just the film, the way that it looks. And how are you gonna remake Angus Scrim?
Yeah, I think that's why. I think if they redid Phantasm, it would be awful because they would redo it telling a story, and the story is not the strongest part of that film. Yeah, in my opinion.
And I think the same thing with The Exorcist. For me, I think it would just be a terrible idea to remake that movie.
Are they remaking it?
What's that?
Didn't someone have that awful idea recently? Aren't they working on a remake, or is this sequel?
I heard that they were, but I don't know. I'm I was the same way with Halloween. When I heard they were making that Rob Zombie was making Halloween, I was like, ugh. Do I really want to see that?
I don't mind a remake. Joe's saying the same thing about Jaws. Stay the fuck out of the water.
Oh God, I love Jaws. That's
But
another one.
I gotta say, man, Jaws is a story that you could tell, and with modern day effects used properly, could be done really well.
Probably, yeah.
I think it's actually a decent candidate for a remake, even though the original is so amazing and the cast was so great and the fucking direction was awesome and the fact the way the storytelling was fantastic. But imagine that movie if there was like a really convincing shark in the know in the third act there.
Yeah. That's another one, man. That Jaws is one of the movies that if I'm flipping around on TV and Jaws is on, I don't care what part of the movie it's in. I don't give a shit about none of that. What channel it's on, how edited it is. I'm watching it. From that point on, I'm going to finish watching Jaws. I love Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Such a just legendarily fantastic movie for me. Yes, Calvin, I heard about the female Pinhead, and it does. I'm interested.
That works for me. Female Pinhead can totally work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I mean, if you're not going to have Doug Bradley, you might as well go a totally different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like something,
Yeah, why not?
Because it'd be like, imagine if they just they're like, you look kind of like Doug Bradley, and you got kind of a deep voice. Let's get him. And he's like, it's better if you're like 100 degrees or 100% different than the person than if you're 10% different. You know what I mean? Like he was like, you're almost there, but you're not him, dude.
Yeah. Nice try.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it could be interesting.
I think so too.
Seth said Jaws isn't a horror movie. I
agree with that. I did a whole video on that.
A lot of people say that. For me, that's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life. So for me,
I agree, and I still don't consider it a horror movie, but that's just me. That's my word shit.
That movie scared me to death when I was a kid.
It's the only movie that has stuck with me and really instilled a genuine adult fear in me of like, I don't want to go swimming in the goddamn ocean.
Dude, whenever I am anywhere near the ocean and people are like, my God, you live at the beach and you don't get in the water. I'm like, motherfucker, I saw Jaws. I'm not getting in the ocean. I am not getting in the ocean. When we were on our honeymoon, we were in Jamaica and Janae wanted to go snorkeling. And I was like, hesitant, but I said, okay. I got in that water and I was back out of that water in less than 10 minutes. I couldn't do it. It was so clear and you could see the fish and you could see the bottom and it was crystal clear. And when I got out, I was like, the only thing that did for me is I could see the shark coming clearer than it would have if it wasn't that clear.
It'd be like if they remade Jaws.
Yeah, I couldn't stay in there. My fear of that shark, man, I couldn't do it. Terrible.
And yet, I mean, I did a video on if it's horror or not.
I remember you doing that, didn't you?
And most people consider Jaws horror, so I'm just a weirdo. I just never considered it horror, because it's.
I never considered it horror when I was growing up either. Yeah. The older I got, the more I started to consider it to be a horror movie. Another one that people debated was Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I did a video on that one too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was the first one I did.
Okay. Not a horror movie?
Not a horror movie.
No, I think it's a horror movie.
But I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's not a horror movie because the emphasis isn't on the killer. It's on the hunt for the killer. It's on the crime story part of it.
I was watching. Have you ever seen the show Monk?
Yeah, I like Monk.
Janae is a really big Monk fan. Like recently discovered Monk, and now she watches Monk all the time.
Yeah, it's a good
Buffalo
show.
Bill is on Monk.
Yeah, he was like the police.
I had no idea. I don't know what
I've seen him in a few roles. I've seen him in enough roles that when I see him, it's not off-putting now. You know what I mean? Like
really. Yeah. Every time I see him, the only thing that pops in my mind is Buffalo Bill. I say, "There's Buffalo Bill."
Yeah, wouldn't that be great if anytime someone sees them, they're just like putting lotion in places. They're like, "Fuck."
Was she a great that person?
Exactly. Ben Grimm agrees. Silence, not a horror. I love it though.
Yeah, it's such a good movie, man. That's
And I have no problem with other people thinking it's a horror movie. But
Yeah.
I never have considered it a horror movie and still don't. Alien, I never considered a horror movie, but I consider it a horror movie now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 7?
Nope. Not horror, in my opinion.
Yeah, I struggle with that one a little bit too, even though it's scary as hell.
I love it. I mean,
it's a great movie.
It was kind of unnerving. I don't know that I would say scary for me, but I love it, man. David Fincher's great.
Look, as soon as I said that, David popped up there. Do you consider 7 a horror movie? Good timing. I go back and forth with 7.
I never have. I've always considered it. I don't consider thriller movies a form of horror either.
It's almost like a crime thriller, is what. 7 is.
If you consider thrillers horror, then Silence of the Lambs is probably a psychological horror thriller.
I think 7 is a masterpiece movie. I love 7.
That's great.
It's a great movie. I went to the movie theater and saw that movie with my ex-wife, and when we walked out of the theater, I said, "What'd you think?" And she said, "I thought that movie was fantastic. I will never watch it again." It messed her up, man. That movie.
It's gonna be hard to watch it from that box anyway, dude.
It creeped her out, man. She did not. Yeah, my ex-wife did not like horror movies at all. Not at all. And she saw 7 and was like, "Nope, I'm done. I'm not watching that shit no more."
I did like it. Seth saying, "Did I do a video on Requiem for a Dream?" No, I will never watch that movie again.
I have. Is that a good movie? Seriously, is that a good movie?
It's a good film. It's the most depressing movie I've ever seen.
I won that.
You should. It's worth watching. It's a good film. It's a good film, but it's depressing. It's probably the most depressing movie I can think of. He says not a horror, but it scared him, and he'll never use drugs. I use drugs. I used drugs. So well before I saw that.
Yeah.
I remember, like, some people said the same shit about Less Than Zero. You remember that movie?
I've not seen Less Than Zero. Oh God, decades.
Yeah. Well, I haven't like watched it every year annually or anything, but I remember when that came out, people were like, "Oh, that's so scary," and I was like, "Was it?
Yeah,
it's okay."
I liked a bunch of different shit though. Train Spotting is a cool movie.
See the sequel?
They put a sequel of that out. Dude, Ben Grimm just said Train Spotting as I said Train Spotting. This is freaking getting creepy almost. I have not seen the sequel, but I am very curious.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
But I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, Train Spotting was a cool flick, man. It was a cool movie.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but it was a very, very cool movie.
That was Danny Boyle, right?
I think so.
He's done a bunch of good movies.
Just reading.
Definitely don't consider that a horror, though.
No. I think that was my introduction to Ewan McGregor. It had to be.
Well, where did I see? Was he in Shallow Grave? Maybe.
I
saw him in something. I saw him before that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
When I saw that, I knew him as an actor from something else.
I'm pretty sure that was the first time I saw him.
My timeline in my head is kind of fucked up. Let me look at his filmography.
Did you see that Clerks 3 wrapped?
No.
Yeah, they finished filming Clerks 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big Kevin Smith fan too.
I like Kevin Smith. There's a bunch of movies of his I haven't seen.
Some of them are definitely better than others, but I love Clerks. Clerks is very near and dear to me too, man. I freaking love Clerks.
Okay, just to follow up, Shallow Grave was 1994. Train Spotting was 1996.
Okay.
And directed by Danny Boyle.
Okay. You know what I really wish would be made is 28 Months Later.
Oh yeah.
That's something I really wish they would make. The second one, how about 28 Weeks Later? How'd you like that?
I liked it. I haven't
Did you
seen
like
it
it
in
more
a
than the
long
first one?
time. And that was one I was going to watch this October because a lot of people prefer it to the original. I think the original was amazing.
The original movie.
I love the original.
Fucking good, man. Yeah, me too. I really, really like the second one a lot. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that prefer the second one. I do not. I prefer the first one, but the second one is really good. Why is Dogma so hard to find? I don't know. I have Dogma. But I bought it. I also bought it like when it came out. I had a lot of Kevin Smith's movies on VHS tape.
Neon Black says, what about Jello? I do consider them horror. I consider them horror because I didn't consider it, I didn't really think of it as its own genre until I heard horror YouTubers talking about it and such. You know what I mean?
I don't know what defines it as being a giallo movie. Just Italian.
I think that's a thing. Sort of a black glove killer, like a crime thriller, like whodunit type of story.
That's what I've always considered giallo. Was like almost like an Italian thriller.
Yeah, but some people consider Suspiria giallo movie just basically because it's by Argento. I guess I don't know.
Suspiria was cool, man.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a cool movie. I didn't see Suspiria until much, much later in life. I was probably 43, 44 when I saw that the first time.
My story with that movie, I saw it in high school, and I didn't like it in high school.
Yeah.
And then when I rewatched it, I was like, fuck you, young Ben. What were you thinking? That movie was awesome.
And see, that's weird. When I saw it the first time, like I said, I was in my early 40s, and I wasn't crazy about it. And then I watched it again, and I was like, why did I not like that the first time I watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was definitely not, I was far beyond high school.
I mean, that's a movie too. Like, even when I watched it back in high school, it already had been hyped up as one of like this true like horror masterpiece, one of the scariest things ever done. So when you watch it, you're like, when I watched it, I was like, that wasn't scary.
That's probably why I felt the way I did when I watched it.
Yeah.
Because I'd listened to people talk about that movie for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
About how fucking wonderful and fantastic. And I watched it. I was like, it wasn't bad, I guess. But I was not blown away by it. The second time I watched it, I liked it way more than I did the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's because of all the hype.
I've not seen Mother of Tears, by the way.
I've not seen that either.
I've heard it's not very good as the other two, but I still definitely want to see it. Definitely want to see that one.
Have you ever seen Contagion?
I feel like I've seen Contagion.
I know I have not seen it. I was watching the most recent episode of Eli Roth, The History of Horror, and it was all about infection movies.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of time talking about that movie, and I've never seen it.
I feel like I've seen it, but I can't really like place it. You know what I mean?
Now I want to watch that movie.
Seth says he hasn't seen Mother in Tears in years. Doesn't know if he wants to see it again.
I know I've never seen that. You know what I bought recently that I've never seen is Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, that's another uplifting one.
My son, no shit. My son wanted to see it really bad. I guess he must have learned something about it in school. They must have been talking about it. And he asked me if I had it, and I didn't have it. And then he started asking me to buy it, and I was like, well, I don't know. And we were in Target, and they had like a steelbook that I think had just come out. So we bought it. I haven't watched it yet.
Creep Goblin saying Strangeland. I actually consider Strangeland horror, but again, like that could be because I rented it. The first time I rented it, it was from the horror section.
I haven't watched that in years either.
I have watched that within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when you used to go to like Blockbuster and you wanted to watch Jaws, you didn't go to the horror section to get Jaws, did you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Case closed. I'm just kidding.
That's it, man. West Coast Video. That's Bible truth. Dee Snider is, for me, another guy who's like an OG for me, man. Just the heavy metal in me as a young, impressionable boy loved Twisted Sister.
Well, he's a local dude too for you, right?
He's
localish.
Is he upstate? Is he North Jersey or is he upstate New York?
I always thought Jersey, but who knows? I'm not a big.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But I remember very well Twisted Sister just like coming onto the scene, and I love the hell out of them guys.
Yeah. Seth saying, "Is Eraserhead horror?" I don't consider Eraserhead horror. I have not watched that since I was in high school, I think.
That's another one I think that I've seen that, but it's been many, many years since I've seen that.
The only thing I really remember about that movie was being bored to fucking tears watching it, but I would like to give that one another watch because I think I would have a different appreciation for it these days.
You know what I've never seen that I want to see is Videodrome.
Oh, yeah, you should see that.
I do want to see that. One of these days I want to sit down with like a whole stack of Cronenberg movies and just get freaked out all day.
Yeah. Videodrome's one of his better ones.
Yeah.
David's talking about Lake Mungo. That one got a lot of overhype.
Is that the one with the teenagers harassing?
The one where a girl dies.
I always get the Lake movie confused in my mind. It was very difficult to watch.
Lake Eden?
Lake Eden, maybe?
Eden Lake.
Eden Lake, yeah. Where the teenagers are harassing the boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal. Yeah.
Good movie, though.
It is a good movie. But I always get that confused with, because Lake Mungo, I know I watched that too, but I can't even remember that. But Eden Lake, I remember.
Eden Lake was not boring. Lake Mungo was kind of boring. It felt like Lake Mungo felt like if you were watching like a kind of like, I don't know, one of those TV ghost reenactment shows, and it just went on. It was like supposed to be 20 minutes with like commercials, and you were watched it for an hour and a half. That's what it kind of felt like to me. Yeah, Eden Lake was brutal, man, but good.
Yeah. I remember watching that movie. I didn't know anything about it. That was back in the day when you could go into Best Buy and they had like rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of movies. I came across Eden Lake. I was like, that sounds good. And I watched it. And I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah, there's so many movies that I own that I have not watched. It's almost freaking embarrassing how much I have not watched. And
I would say the ratio for me of movies that I own that I haven't watched is pretty low.
Yeah.
Pretty low.
Mine
is there. And there's movies that I haven't watched that I own, and I haven't watched them for like over 20 years. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's movies that I don't know why, man, but I have a terrible movie memory. Terrible. I'll watch something today, and by next week, I won't remember really what it was about. The movies that I remember well are the movies that I watched when I was a kid or the movies that I've watched 25 times.
Yeah. Well, Seth's asking about Irreversible. Now, Irreversible, is that horror? That's another one that I own, picked up recently, and have not watched yet.
Me and you have been talking about watching that movie. Both
it's on my stack to watch this month.
Yeah.
I will be watching it. And I will probably not consider it to be horror, but but I did see a very brutal scene that wasn't the rape scene, that was like just like physically brutal. So
from that movie?
Yeah, from that movie that was not the rape scene.
Oh, no shit. Because the only thing I know about that movie is the rape scene.
Yeah, there's a different scene that I saw that I was like, oh, fuck. So I think the rape scene, and then since then people have said the rape's not really the like most disturbing part of that movie even.
No kidding. Because that's the only thing that I've heard about from that movie is that rape scene.
I'm looking forward to watching that one because here's what I think is going to happen with that. Some movies you hear are brutal, and in your mind you're like turn that into them being brutal, like way more brutal than they actually are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen with Irreversible. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to be like, yeah, that was brutal, but it just felt like I was watching a fictional account of something, It didn't actually like unnerve me as much as I thought I was going to be unnerved by it.
Yeah.
That's happened a few times with movies where like in my mind it's going to like crush my soul, and then in reality it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then there's movies like Seth brought up earlier, Requiem for a Dream, which actually did crush my soul.
Yeah.
So
I gotta watch that thing.
Yeah.
One movie that I heard all kinds of hype for years and years and years about, that when I finally watched it, I was like let down, was Battle Royal.
Oh yeah.
I heard that movie was crazy, and I really didn't care for it.
I think kind of the time it came out is like I think sort of the time it came out and had a lot to do with how people consider that movie crazy.
Yeah.
Because people were very sensitive after Columbine and stuff.
God.
And so to have like a bunch of high school kids like, killing each other was like, I think had more impact here.
Yeah, I think about that type of shit, man, and it blows me away that kind of stuff happens in this world. That's so fucking crazy. You don't even want to send your kid to school.
Yeah. Seth is saying Irreversible crushed his soul. His wife was so mad that he bought it. It messed him up good, but as an art piece, it's great. Made him feel something. And that's the thing, like I consider like movies to be art, like even the shitty ones, there's it's like someone's creative vision, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to want to only get one thing out of movies is one thing, but it's okay to like challenge. You kind of want to challenge yourself every now and again, like watch a movie that's going to make you think, or watch a movie that's going to make you feel uncomfortable or something.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with Irreversible, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I like movies like that too, and I view movies like that as well. When I come across a movie that I think is just a complete fucking pile of wombat shit, I have to take a step back and go, you know what? I haven't made a steaming pile of wombat shit. These people made a fucking movie. Good on me. Good on them.
Well, sure, good on them, but at the same time, like, just because someone made a movie doesn't make that movie.
No, it doesn't make
less wombat.
No, I agree. I don't have to like it just because somebody made a movie. I definitely don't. I agree with that completely. But I do look at it from the other side too, from like the other side of that conversation. Say, hey, that's pretty cool. They had the initiative and the gumption to make this fucking piece of wombat shit.
However, there are some times where I go like, if I decided to make a movie, it would have been better than that piece of shit. Mm-hmm. I have done that before.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's perfectly okay to critique something.
Yeah, I've had people say shit about, when I say something's terrible. When I think a movie's terrible, they're like, oh, well, you haven't made a movie. I'm like, no, I haven't made a movie. And I'm not saying that these people are assholes because they made this movie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
like, dude, I made one of the greatest jerk off scenes in all of cinematic history.
Yeah. You just don't have to like everything.
Yeah. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah. Whatever.
Melancholy der Engel.
What's that?
Neon Black is saying Melancholy der Engel. Engel? Sounds German. He says give it a shot if you want something that'll test your limits. But then there's also movies like say Sallow, for instance, where I'm like, that's considered, I think, by most people,
it's pretty hardcore.
Artistic though, artistic enough for Criterion to do it and for it to be in like cinematic history. But also a movie like I don't know that I'll ever really watch. Probably.
Did you ever watch that movie?
I've
never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I know of it.
I don't see a scenario where I would be surrounded by all the movies I own and have the movies that I own that I haven't watched yet, and I decide like I want to watch 100 Days of Sallow. I think like I don't know. It doesn't sound even that interesting. Serbian film.
That's what I was going to ask you.
But that's one that I am interested in seeing because of how polarizing it is. And I know people who think it's like a good film, you know?
I want to go back and actually watch that again. The first time I watched that, I was kind of like, what in the fuck am I watching? But now I've stepped back from it for a while now, and now I want to watch it again. I've been seeing that in FYE on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
And I've had it in my hands, I think, twice, and put it back and didn't buy it.
That's a movie. That's probably another one that I'll watch that has been built up in my mind as something more disturbing than it will actually be.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I understand that, but like,
it's pretty.
There's some movies where conceptually it's more fucked up than when you watch the execution of it in a film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's a good example. Like, where you watch the movie and the movie is less disturbing than your understanding of the concept of it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now that
it
movie
looks fake or it's done weird or whatever. You know.
For me, that movie, I heard very little about it. Like detail-wise, I heard very little details about that movie, but that was by design. I heard that it was a really crazy movie, and I made sure to not spoil that movie for myself. So as soon as I would start hearing people try and tell details of the movie, I stopped watching what I was watching.
I know one major detail, and I actually know a second major detail that is the movie is really famous for one thing, right? You know?
There's a couple things in there.
But there's a couple of things in there, and I think the second one is the part that's probably ends up disturbing a lot more people than the one it's actually famous for.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, man.
And Neon Black saying, yeah, it's actually a decent film. I know a lot of people who think it's a good film. It's well made, well shot, like. And then there's a lot of people who haven't even seen it. Who saying, why do people even like that movie? It sucks. Yeah. What? And it's like you haven't seen it. How do you know? Form an opinion once you see it.
A good example of what word of mouth will do is, I mean, The Human Centipede.
Oh yeah,
that movie gets people talking. People still talk about that. That movie has found its way into like popular culture.
It has, yeah.
And people haven't seen it. And then when you finally do watch it, you're like, this is actually a really good movie.
That's what I thought, yeah. And
I think The Human Centipede is a great movie.
Because people talk about it like it's a movie that was made to shock just for shock's sake.
Yeah.
Which really is more the second and the third one.
Yeah.
The first one is not a super deep concept, but it's a well executed film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
The second one, I still do like the second one.
I thought I did too before I rewatched it.
The third one is definitely a no.
Third one was pretty unwatchable. I'm gonna see if I can.
It's bad.
Change my shit to black and white. Maybe that'll help.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's not a good movie.
I know. It felt unwatchable.
It's not very often that I'll sit down and watch a movie and that I like really struggle to get through the movie. I struggled with that one. That one was hard. I just didn't like it. It wasn't even so much that I was like bored. I don't think that I was ever bored. I don't think I was bored, but I just didn't like it. I thought it was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. If a movie's boring, it's almost worse than if it's ridiculous. But that one was.
How far did you make it?
Maybe like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I am going to give it another watch, though.
Yeah.
Just because I got that full sequence set.
Yeah.
And I should give it a fair shot by watching the entire piece of shit.
Did you say you got that from Shout Factory?
Yeah.
Is that old? I didn't even know about that.
I want to say it came out maybe like a year and a half ago or something, 2 years. It's hard to tell with the COVID.
Yeah, I know. Everything bleeds. The last week is last month is last year. It's all bleeds together. Yeah.
It definitely is pre-COVID. It predates COVID.
Yeah. There's certain things.
That is true on the Grindhouse releasing one. And then that's how I watched it. I have the Grindhouse releasing Cannibal Holocaust that has an animal cruelty free version. Yeah. And I actually had this discussion with someone on the stream who's like he could not wrap his head around the fact that movie didn't suck without the animal killings.
I remember this very well. That was the one,
Yeah, because you were
the
on
one
the
and only stream that
Yeah.
I just bailed on it. I was like,
Yeah,
I
you
got to
did,
do
bro.
that.
And I thought I would kind of avoided that movie for a long time based on that, but then when I got the Grindhouse releasing one, I was like, okay, I can watch it without animal cruelty free stuff, and I like that movie. It's an interesting movie. I feel like they shot themselves in the foot with me by like having sort of senseless animal cruelty in it.
There's a lot of those movies like that, though. Cannibal
That
Ferox,
whole genre. The whole genre.
And I like those movies. I
Yeah.
wish there were more of those movies. My wife probably thinks I got fucking psychological issues because I watch that shit.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think those movies are great, and I can't get enough of them.
I would watch a lot more of them, but a staple of that whole genre is
Killing animals.
Animals. So
yeah. And I watched a lot of that shit when I was younger, and I don't remember that. Believe it or not, I don't remember that. And then when I went back and watched Cannibal Holocaust, I guess I was probably in my early to mid 30s when I came across that movie on DVD.
Yeah.
And I bought it and I brought it home. I couldn't even believe I found it. And I brought it home and I watched it. And I was like, holy shit, I don't remember this at all. I remember the movie, but when they cut that friggin' turtle up in that movie, I was like, what the fuck, man?
So I always tell people, a lot of people just like right off the bat, and that's fine. Like same with like Jeepers Creepers or something, you know, you don't want to support someone based on like shit they do. That's a little different because that's like shit happened like kind of outside the movie, even though he did sort of like break the law with the, I don't know, Star of Clown House or whatever. But the Cannibal Holocaust is a movie people just say like, I just won't watch it because of animal cruelty.
Yeah.
But if you can get past that or watch the animal cruelty free version, there's an interesting film there. You know, you have like a very early pioneer of found footage film, and the gore effects are pretty good.
They're really good.
Score is fantastic. The score is fucking great, man.
It's fantastic. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Cannibal Ferox is not.
Yeah. They have Cannibal Ferox is on Shudder, and I put it in my list, and I watched part of it. I didn't turn it off because I didn't like it or something. I had to go do something.
Cannibal Ferox, it's okay. Yeah. It's an okay movie, but that's the one that's most commonly compared to Cannibal Holocaust. It's nowhere near as good as Cannibal Holocaust. I don't think so anyway.
Neon Black Reviews saying he hasn't watched Jeepers Creepers 3 because of that. The reason to not watch Jeepers Creepers 3 is because it sucks assholes. That's the best reason to not watch it.
It's the best reason to not watch that movie is because of
the bonus feature is that you're not supporting that filmmaker.
Yeah.
There's a new Jeepers Creepers that is not associated with that director at all. Yeah. That is totally been filmed and wrapped. I don't know when it's coming out. I saw Seth. You just
I heard
you just did that Cannibal Ferox review, and I haven't watched it yet.
I did a review of that too, quite a while ago.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I do think it's a good movie, and that's one of those ones where I went back and I watched that on Shudder, I think, and I remembered watching that when I was a teenager, and it's been clearly a long time since I've seen it. Because the title didn't sound familiar to me in any way whatsoever, but the movie was very familiar.
I remember watching your Cannibal Holocaust review back when you did that. Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
I'm pretty sure
I did it, but I don't remember it very well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Cannibal Ferox one. I'm going to check though.
I did Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox very close to each other. It was a while ago.
Say it again?
It was quite a while ago, and I did both of those reviews pretty close to each other.
I remember I don't know if I remember the Cannibal Ferox one, but I'm behind on everybody's videos, by the way.
I'm behind on stuff too. I want to get caught up, and I want to like get to a point where if one of you, one of the people that I subscribe to posts a video, I want to watch it and comment on it, and give the like button and all that stuff. I want to start trying to support people.
Yeah.
I gotta stop watching so much YouTube in bed.
Yeah, it's tricky. A lot of times I'll like start writing a comment on my phone because I've been watching it like while I'm working or something, and I'll just like stop and go do some other shit because I'm working.
Yeah.
And then I go back and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna. I just fucking whatever. I delete it, and then I don't end up like commenting on it. But
that's the silly shit that I do too.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, man. I've been streaming for like over 4 hours here, so.
Yeah, I got to get up tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last night shift of the year.
Hey, man, me too for the month.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, thanks for stopping in, dude.
Of course, man. I'll be here next week too, unless anything. Next Saturday is my son's birthday, so I don't know what's going on. But if nothing crazy is going on, I'll be on.
All right, Neon Black, Seth, everyone else who's watching, have a good night.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Take care.